Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons, a tabletop campaign made up entirely by me, where the players do dumb things, the points don't matter, the rule of cool is king, and I try to make sense of everything. And tonight we are continuing with the Tales of Archeron again. We are 71 sessions in.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild to think about. So, gonna get through some quick announcements here, starting a little bit earlier than normal. Why is... Oh, I know why it's quiet, because Sirenscape isn't playing. Play, damn you. Please play. There we go. There's some ambiance. So, gonna breeze on through the announcements so we can get to the part that you're all actually here for. We live stream our D&D campaigns every Friday on Twitch, alternating between the Tales of Archeron and Storm King's Chaos. Both are available to watch again a week later on our YouTube channel or to listen to in podcast form on most major platforms. On top of streaming D&D on Fridays, we also stream a variety of games during the week with Pez Plays, which unfortunately we didn't do this last week because it was a rough week and we didn't want to sit and slog our way through Sea of Thieves. So maybe this coming week after the old fat Christmas holiday ham, we'll have the energy to do some finish up the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff with Pez and Captain Grundle. What was his name that we ended up with? Senior
Captain Grundle Lord the Third?
Esquire. I think we made it to the 9th. Anyway.
Oh.
You'll have to tune in to find out.
If you like what we do and you would like to support us, consider donating to our coffee page at ko-fi.com/fools&flagons. The links can be found below in the description. Donations are never required, but always very much appreciated, and all the proceeds from donations and memberships go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps keep the podcast alive and well. We want to thank you for your follows, subscriptions, and bits on Twitch. We do apologize that we cannot verbally recognize them on stream for the sake of not interrupting the story, but your support of us is always appreciated, and one of these for fine, upstanding fellows and ladies and gents. Fellet.
Fillet of fellas.
They will be paying attention to chat at some point or another, and they will probably reply to you in there. And lastly, a super big thank you to Martyr for being a Tavern Patron member over on our coffee page. He's been a longtime supporter of us, and we appreciate him immensely. And a thank you to our newest Tavern Patron, Gene, aka the Gelatinous Cube. Your support of us is very much appreciated, and we cannot thank you enough. Other announcements. Next Friday, I do have the Liberty Bowl game to work. There's the potential that I will be back in time to play, but it may need to be not Storm King's Chaos time, but Tales of Archeron time. The kickoff is 2:30, and if it's a 3-hour game, that means I'm getting out 5:30, and I'm probably not getting home till 6:37. Something like that.
No, you're good. I thought you were saying we should be doing something other than Storm King's Thunder. I was like,
No. Just saying that the time that I would be able to start playing might be later than what we're used to starting. If we,
because I think we already decided that the other alternatives were not good alternatives.
We don't know. If you want to know more, join the Discord. That's where we'll talk about that sort of thing, and you can get the most up-to-date information from us there.
And if you're listening to this as a podcast, you don't care.
So long as you get to listen to it eventually. Any other announcements anyone has? Okay.
I will question the Ian Becca. Sorry, talking to the chat.
If you are traveling for the holidays and you're watching us live, please be safe. If you are listening to this in podcast form, it's after the holidays. I hope you had a great holiday, that you drove safe, and you're still in one piece. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well.
Yep.
With that being said, no other announcements. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
What's up?
It's fucking cold.
Alrighty.
Drink your
So-
water.
Yeah.
Drink check. Hydration check.
Oh.
Well, technically there's water in there somewhere.
It's
liquid.
fermented. Fermented water.
It's still technically got some water content in there.
Keep his
So-
cheddar.
Last time on the Tales of Archeron. The Tempests had traveled back to the southern part of the Ayeran continent, to the Aztlan Empire, where Brick's creator, Amantecatl Chimalli, could fix his malfunctioning core. Along the way, they battled a fierce creature that had never been seen or documented before. Something that seemed to have been sent specifically by Saedhir to capture someone in particular.
Who could it be?
They reached Chichimec by traveling upon an airship, a relatively new... Why'd the music stop? They reached Chichimec by traveling upon an airship, a relatively new invention that was slowly becoming more prevalent in the Aztlan region. The Tempests spoke with Chimalli and Borgir, Chimalli's dwarven friend who helped create Brick, about what had needed to be done to fix their mechanical companion. Into the Tepetl Mountains they must go, where the cores of several elementals must be collected as materials to fix Brick's core. Gemini appeared shortly after and introduced herself to the party and her brother for the first time. Another Warforged being that was the third generation of Amantecatl Chimalli and Borgir's creations, the second of which unfortunately taking the turtle's arm. She promised that she would take them to the mountains after a night's rest to avoid crossing the ocean again and risking another seabound attack. So, for you lot, I actually have some new images to share.
Oh, goody.
Once I find the bloody things.
D&D Beyond is a great place where you can do stuff other than share images between people.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I guess technically
maybe.
you could share images between other people, but it would be in a very weird, roundabout kind of way.
You can use shiny click-clack digital dice.
You can. So while I am doing this, you all awaken the next day. The distant sounds of hammers on anvils, bellows being pumped, flames burning hot within the underground forge city of Chichimec.
Must be.
The day is yours.
Oh, this looks cool.
What would you like to do?
So we're surrounded by all of that, right?
The
Like
rooms
the
you were in,
forges.
the rooms you were in are a fair ways off to the side and are far enough away that there's a distant hum you can kind of hear, but nothing that's really going to jar you awake.
Okay.
As soon as you step out of the doors, you begin to hear the echoing of hammers on metal ringing through the entire complex.
Now what?
Well, how soon do we have to leave?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can set out right now.
Yeah, well, it depends on how he wants to get Rick's core so that he does not stop existing.
That would be nice, yes.
Do we need to bring food? Like, how long is this going to take again?
You don't have food on you at all times?
I mean, some, yes, but not enough for you lot.
I have enough for myself.
You don't eat.
That's my point.
I mean, we can go shopping for some provisions. We're not taking the cart though, right? Because it's kind of treacherous.
No.
Would not be taking the cart to this. Also, to be fair, if Brick, what is your sister's name again?
Gemini.
She goes to
Which I need to figure out if that's her, if she's chosen that as her name as well as her designation, or if she actually has another name.
Sure. If she goes traveling, maybe she knows someone here who would be able to supply us with extra provisions, or we could just, go into the cart and pull provisions out of there.
Well, might as well find her and ask her how long it's gonna take anyways. I can't remember.
Does anyone Does anyone know where Jamimi is?
I do not know where Jambalaya is.
Sister Jemima?
We are not calling her that.
All right, let's go find Jalula.
Oh, man.
Luau, where are you?
The title of the episode: How many times we fuck up the name?
To be fair, we're not the type of group to make fun of names that often. So when it happens, we just gotta get all of our digs in.
This says the guy named Brick.
That was my fault for letting the group name me.
Do you have some sort of locating device where you can locate the nearest warforge? Just talking to Brick.
We're not homing pigeons.
You could be.
I don't know. There's only 2 of you. I figured they would have made some sort of system, but okay. Well, where is she?
I don't know. Let's go. Let's go talk to the makers, and maybe they'll know.
Greg, why do you not know where your sister is?
Locate remote.
Lost phone detected.
Somebody get him an air tag.
Find my warforged.
Has Google Maps been invented yet?
So you, joking aside, you spend a little bit of time trying to find where everyone is. This is only the second time you've been here, and you didn't really ever get a grand tour. And as you leave the rooms and begin to wander the halls, you quickly find your way to the forging areas, where there are just rows after rows after rows of furnaces, smelted ores, anvils. So many people are working all in at once. It's kind of weirdly beautiful with the showering of sparks, but damn, it is hot and it is loud in here.
It's
Soon
quite
enough.
comfortable for me.
What? Sorry?
It's quite comfortable for me. I feel no heat.
Well, it's
Feels-
probably brutal to your ears currently.
Feels great.
Yeah, why?
Soon enough, you see Chimalli wandering through the forges, inspecting works, giving advice, or at one point you even see him grab a blade and inspect it and just throw it straight back into the fire before walking on. The apprentice or whatever worker had been fashioning the sword just hangs their head in shame. But eventually he does make his way towards you, gives a little bow of his head. Good morning. You slept well? Yes?
So
Yep. Slept like a rock in dirt.
Kind of looks towards you, Pez, and
You're muted.
Kasumi just said, it's quite toasty in here. It's just like fanning herself.
San's gonna be looking at her like, what's wrong?
meanwhile he's full parked up with fur. It's like, what's the matter?
Let's see what the problem is.
I assume that means you slept well, Sir Pez.
Yep.
You all intend to leave today.
Yep.
That would work as long as that is preferable for.
Gemini.
Yes. Gummy bear.
Gemini is sometimes slow to start her days. She likes to... And Chimalli kind of pauses and seems to be thinking for the right words and sort of glances towards Kasumi. Pretty herself up.
What, does she just polish her metal?
She has an artsy side to her that we did not expect.
That's actually something I was wanting to talk about if we had a little time.
You want to polish your metal?
No. I want to talk about Gemini.
Break set is. But why?
Sorry.
What?
Gonna be okay?
What is so funny?
I'm good. Nothing. What did you wish to speak on?
Well, I had two majorly burning questions that I meant to ask last time we were here. A, if the whole problem with me was you couldn't get me to activate, how did you fix that problem with Gemini? Like, what? I assume. Sorry.
We had no problems activating you. During those times, you simply had no sentience.
Ah.
You were
How'd you fix that
powered
problem?
on many times.
How'd you fix the sentient problem then?
We began with just her core. The rest was built around this.
Right,
Where
you said
you
the
have
first time.
a power source and your inner workings as separate. Gemini's is one.
Right, you said last time my power source and my soul were separated, whereas hers are the same.
Correct.
How quickly did she develop a personality?
Almost immediately.
Did she seem to react okay to feeling emotions or new stimuli?
She is a curious one. Likes to poke and prod and experience everything. As
I get
far
that.
as emotions, those definitions can be blurred depending on species and personal motivations. What I may see as highly emotional can seem bland and monotonous to others.
Fair enough. I guess these are all questions I should be asking her, somewhat.
I am sure she will share what she can.
Those were the major two.
That fucking bird that just flew in. Good God. Get out of here.
Was she able to communicate without a... Was she able to communicate just as a core? You said her personality developed quickly, and you built the exoskeleton around her core.
Without the body, there is no communication. The body you see her with was not her first.
How many she's gone through?
You see his golden hand kind of come up and he lifts 4 of his fingers. I believe this is the 4th.
Fragile little thing.
Her experimentation with her magics did not all go smoothly.
Well, do you know about how much longer we should be waiting?
I do not know. You may look for her. And he kind of points down one of these side passageways. Furthest down on the left is her quarters. I have rounds I must finish and apprentices to scold. He kind of gives you all a little nod of his bald green head, and unless stopped, he turns and begins wandering back down the Smithways.
Well,
Go find her.
okay.
And
We'll
wrap
go
her
bother
beauty
your
sleep.
sister.
Hey, Pez.
Interrupt her beauty sleep.
Okay. So you follow Chimalli's directions and make it down the hallway, where the sound once again begins to die off as you get further and further away from the workers. And there is a door, as he said, at the far end. There's blue flowers painted all over the doors. Where the other doors you had seen are just very bland and kind of really nondescript, this one seems to have been modified visually.
Your sister seems to be very expressive.
Just like lightly knock on it.
Don't smudge the flowers.
I smudged in between those two vines right there.
Rude.
Why would you smudge?
It just goes-
Nice.
So you knock on the door, and there's a bit of a pause before the heavy stone doorway slides open, and you see Gemini standing there, hood down, robes already on, and you see in her left hand is a paintbrush and what seems to be an unfinished floral design on her cheek, and she smiles and, good morning. You all
Sup?
seem... She looks down at you, Pez. You all seem eager.
Well, yeah.
Well, I am kind of dying.
It would make me sad to be an only child.
Would it?
That sounded threatening.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
On hands over a sword.
Emotions are weird, aren't they?
The fleshy beings are curious.
I'm not fleshy, I'm fluffy.
You're fleshy underneath.
She kind of looks at you
Shut up.
curiously, and like as you look to Pez to tell him to shut up, there's a sharp pinch on your cheek and a little tug.
Ah! What
Fleshy.
the hell? Not fleshy, fluffy. Fluffy. So he's a fluffy. Fixes his fur that she's very, very much messed up. Fluffy.
Baby you.
Let his comb and fixes it a little more.
We don't mean to rush your art, but when would you like to leave?
Well, I fear with the task at hand, this may be the last time I get to fix myself. So, give me 5 minutes. I will meet you at the top of the stairs outside, and we will be on our way.
You're right.
Have fun.
Wait.
So, Gemini shuts the door again, and you all, I'm assuming, exit, or do you snoop further?
I put my really large ear up to the door.
Wow.
Quietly.
Make a perception check.
You just hear
Yay!
a suction cup sound of his ear.
Just,
+9, so it's going to be a 22.
22. As the three others begin to step
Yes.
away, Zahn kind of like follows after, takes some steps back, and just kind of puts his ear to the door. You hear some soft humming. And that's really kind of it.
It's the scent of sein evil mastermind. Okay.
Out of curiosity, I've always kind of visualized Brick's voice as like deep, but has a kind of a metallic ring to it still.
You're a very
Does
terrible
her-
job.
Thanks. Does hers have any sort of texture to her voice, or is it almost human or biological?
Her voice is a little bit more normal than yours, but there's definitely a resonance to it from how it goes through her body and out the metallic mouth. Because where yours is just sort of like a slot and it just sort of projects, her mouth seems to move and function like lips would. But they're
Wait. I thought Brick had a jaw that moves.
It has a hinge.
but there's no lips or anything to form it. So basically he kind of jib jabs like, South Park Canada sort of style.
Hey, buddy,
Whereas
how are you doing? Gemini, what are you doing in that room? Listen here, friend. Gotta go get my coat so I don't die, see?
where Gemini's mouth seems to move and function like you would expect a normal flesh and blood beings to. In every sense of the word, she is far more advanced than Brick's rather more rugged design was. So 3 to 5 minutes go by. You're standing out at the entrance. The rain seems to have stopped. The clouds are still a bit gray. There's kind of that threat and that smell of rain in the air, but thankfully you can stay dry for the moment. And eventually you hear the soft metal footfalls of...
Get the fleshy people their supplies and food and stuff.
Well, the wagon is still parked out front, so you are able to hop inside and resupply as you may deem desirable.
Grab my rucksack known as Hamburger.
3 of those and 1 of those.
As Zahn is taking stuff, putting it in his bag, Pez is just horking it down Hamburger's throat.
Hamburger's just tries to walk along, he can, his belly's too fat.
Ching, 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 ching. Is there anything that you were grabbing in particular? Is there anything that you were leaving behind?
Do we need gold?
And that's good with my money.
I think I'm good.
Go ahead.
For Kasumi on her altar, is the idol of Shenshe a smaller idol, or is it a semi-larger piece?
It is very large. It's the small kind of Japanese-sized table that's only like that far off the ground, and the Shenshe sculpture goes from the back of the table almost up to the ceiling.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's not just Caesar try to take it. Kasumi, what are you doing?
No, she's just staring
I'm bringing
at it.
only the essentials.
Just climbing up the mountain. Essential! Zon's gonna put, since Brick didn't take his greatsword, he's gonna put the greatsword on the table so that it doesn't weigh him down.
Okay.
Also, the night before, I unattuned from my Forest Soul gem and attuned to the multi-tool.
Okay.
What does Soul Gem do?
It allows me to conjure woodland beings at 4th level. That's how I've been able to spawn in the Sea Hag.
Cool.
Did not know that.
News to me!
So, Pez,
What's up?
excited for your new little, toys out?
I mean, I haven't been able to shoot it. You want to be my target?
I will banish you to some realms, it's not this one.
In game. And I hunker down behind my shield.
Oh,
Well, not in the wagon.
Pez, I don't remember if I put it on the item sheet there. It does not require ammo.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. All right,
And
thanks.
as such, it does not have a reload property.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
So,
Rapid fire.
Well, not
What
rapid
is
fire.
that?
He can only shoot as much as the individual configurations will allow, but he doesn't need to take a action or bonus action to reload it.
Magic!
I'm going to configure it as a shotgun. And I'm assuming that the way I do it is that, like, I flip it around my hand, catch it, and then load it like Arnold on the back of the motorcycle.
Man, however you want to flavor this, I am there for it.
You just hear the Transformers.
Yeah, kirk.
So what element are you going with?
Wait a second.
Mhm.
Did you
What?
just volunteer to get shot by a gun?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Go back.
Why?
I want to go. I don't want to be a witness to whatever is about to happen.
I do.
I like he can actually hit me.
Bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. So he's
let's-
gonna start walking back inside.
Let's go outside so we don't ruin anything in here. And then stand 15 feet away from me for no reason.
Alright.
So, Kasumi, when you say you go back inside, do you go back into Chichimec or you go back into the wagon?
Well, so I don't want to be anywhere near this.
Okay.
So, like, they're outside the wagon. I'm gonna go back up those steps and go inside.
Back down the steps.
Back down. Oh, that's right. It goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back into the forge.
Wait for Gemini.
So as you were going down the steps, just like hands to the temples, Gemini is coming up the steps, kind of grabbing the front of her kimono so she doesn't step on it, or not kimono, the robes that she's wearing. She sees you and goes, did you forget something?
You don't want to go out there right now. Your brother's being stupid. I'm gonna come down here. You don't want to go out there right now.
We are doing science. Science.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't curious. And her pace picks up as she goes
Okay,
a little
have
bit, a little bit quicker up the steps to go and see what the hell is going on. Okay, so you guys go out front. Go ahead.
Far away.
Go ahead, Pez.
So does this have a plus to? Yeah, it does.
Also, you need to make sure you choose your element.
Oh, it's thunder. It is sparkly. It's all shiny and sparkly.
Thunder's
Oh, that's a
sound, buddy.
huge plus.
It's a flashbang with extra steps.
He can taste
Nice.
sound. Leave him alone.
19 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Or it was
Can I try again?
If I let it hit me with the shield in between, is there any way I can mitigate the damage to EM?
Well, considering that you were standing there with the shield, the shotgun blast technically hits you. It just hits the shield and scatters off on either side of you.
Well, what does it look like?
a shotgun.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it
range-
had some cool effect.
So
Range
you-
15-foot cone. That's
Yeah, so
Sparky.
you see him flip it around, change it, cock it once, aim at you, fires, and this blast of arcane energy comes out the barrel in a wide random scattering of just these little trails of arcane dots. And you have the glass shield, right?
Yeah.
So you're behind it and you see these, they come straight at you, hit the glass shield and just scatter, skittering off of it, leaving little arcane trails behind, and just passes past you.
That was cool.
It was definitely
All
a
right.
big thump against your arm, though.
It was interesting. I'm not familiar with this weapons that looks like that.
What
well,
would it normally do? Like,
But
if
it
that had hit,
fires.
what would it have done?
Ouchie,
how do I
ouchie
say this
damage.
in game? Around 2 8-ish damage, pain.
How many rocks
lightning.
does he get hit with?
2 8 rocks.
2
2
8
to 8
rocks?
damage. I don't know.
two D8 rock damage.
I didn't know if it had like a pushback or something. If it hit like something I had to save for.
Doesn't say.
Cool though.
As you get done with your little experiment, you hear Gemini's voice behind. If you are done trying to make me an only child, shall we get going?
I wasn't trying very hard, I promise.
Yep. Kasumi. Hello.
She's already gone.
She's like hanging out by the bottom of the stairs.
She's already dog paddling over to the Tepetl Mountains. She's done with you fuckers.
She's like, I'm too much of a fox for this shit.
Are you
I'll just
shooting
walk
each
over to the
other?
stairs. Hello.
Are you done shooting each other?
I think they're
Yep.
done.
Did anyone die?
No.
Sadly, no.
Okay. All right, let's give myself a pep talk and we'll do this.
We're gonna be just fine. Why do you need the pep talk?
Oh, I shouldn't have to answer that question.
I don't get it.
So,
What is this pep of talk you speak of?
it's a
Don't worry
pest
about
talk.
it. Yeah, pest talk.
So, Gemini gathers you all around in a bit of a semicircle. So, I'm going to assume that Chimalli explained to you the situation of the Tepetl Mountains to some extent?
Not necessarily connected. Lots of rope bridges, and the elementals are very angry now.
That.
Close enough. I am, however, and she pulls a scroll out from the pack that she wears, kind of crossways over her shoulder.
Reading.
I am going to have to place the four of you under an oath of secrecy. Where we are going, you may not speak of to anyone, apart from myself, Chimalli and Borgir.
I have a problem with this.
Bad.
Then I am going to have to say that you cannot come with us.
But what if Valkyrie wants to know what's there?
Well, she's not exactly talkative right now.
Valkyrie, the goddess.
Yes, the goddess, like, Zon is really trying not to strangle Brick.
There's a twitch. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes.
Brick, I think you might need to explain the, I guess, the level that we are on regarding who we have as very close allies and communicate with on a regular basis.
Valkyrie is not my ally, she is my mother.
Not just you!
If I may, the deities are not included in this,
Oh, that's fine
as
then.
they tend to know most things.
Okay.
They're omnipotent.
Yeah. Oh, so we can't tell Fern.
Oh,
Who?
I do
No,
not know who this
that's
friend
fine.
is, but no, you may not speak of...
You would like him. He makes very good tea.
Very good dirt juice.
as long as I can tell
She
Valkyrie,
kind
I
of
do not
looks
care.
towards Pez and just like, I don't know if I like you yet, but you are funny. However, if you do not agree to this oath, then I must insist you stay.
Like I said, as long as I may tell Valkyrie, that's all I need to know.
I don't
Let's
plan
get
on
this
coming
party
back.
started.
Yeah, I agree. Hamburger, do you agree? I take that as a
A
yes.
little bit of a burp as he's just, you see like a little bug leg when you weren't looking, he just had a snack. So she pulls out the scroll and she speaks to you saying, what you see in the Tepetl Mountains may not be explained, described, discussed with anyone outside of myself, Borgir, Chimalli, your deities, under
Yes.
pain of death.
And us.
Of course, and those of this contractual agreement.
Yeah. I'm okay with
That's
this.
good.
Very well.
I'm used to signing contracts.
She then unfurls the scroll and speaks in some arcane tongues. The scroll flashes, and you feel a bit of energy on each of you just kind of washes over in a wave. There's a bit of a tightness in your chest that very quickly dissipates away, and the scroll itself turns to ash in her hands as she kind of brushes her hands off.
DM,
Yeah, cool.
would Zon know if this is a curse or not?
Make an Arcana check.
Get late for that, buddy.
16 plus 1, 17.
Doesn't feel like anything you've been cursed with before. You're not entirely sure if it's a curse.
You want me to curse at you? Fucker?
Mouse, young man, you are in presence of two ladies, you fucker.
Hey, bitches.
Whoa,
Okay,
okay.
who taught
Okay.
Brick that word?
That was not me. I know better.
Don't
I
go
wasn't
look at
talking
me.
about. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about those bitches that as I gesture to the bunny and the lizard.
Rodent. I know rodent.
Listen here, don't cough.
So, the Tepetl Mountains are the source of the gold that Aztlan uses to make. She kind of looks at Brick and kind of at herself. Everything that you see, the gold that is stronger than iron, more durable. You may not speak of this, though you may see some of the mines. It is a very closely guarded secret, and you will be put to death if anyone speaks of this.
Question. Can that gold be
Harvested.
used to make armor better?
Have you not seen the soldiers that guided
Yeah,
you
so-
in?
Yes, but I mean,
I think he's asking. He wants some.
himself.
This is outside of my realm of possibilities. You will need to speak with Chimalli about this.
I will speak to.
Our particular task here is twofold. To find elemental cores for my brother Brick. There are 4 in total of what we need. The air, the water, the earth, and the fire. The problem that we are running into is the elementals are far more aggressive than they once were, to the point where many of the active mines are no longer functioning for fear for the workers.
Is that because you're taking over Zagord?
There is a bit of an understanding that we leave the elementals to their desires and we stick to very specific veins. This understanding has been infringed upon of late.
Y'all are theffing.
Well, I'm not above killing elementals. Let us
If-
smite.
If we have to.
Well, if we don't, I die.
If is
Yeah, I'm not sure we can harvest a core without killing it.
yes, and we will kill every elemental till we find the core. Zzz. Plurd.
Is that why they? Is that part of the agreement that has been infringed upon? Is the fact that we have been killing them for their cores?
No, of course not. I have been a very special case. The cores that were gathered for myself were wild elementals found on the fringes of exploring teams who were merely defending themselves. They were not hunted specifically. It is simply that the explorers were attacked, they defended themselves, gathered the cores, and they were sold. It is the same as normal creatures who attack within their territory, looking for foods, and something bigger and better took them out instead.
Does it make sense? So I know you had the scroll of whatever that thing did. You wouldn't happen to have a teleportation scroll on you, would you? You know, make it easier to get there and back.
She kind of spreads her arms wide. Why do you think I am here?
He is a
Because
scroll.
you're his brother.
Sister.
Because I have arcane abilities that Brick does not.
Like teleport.
Yes, thank you. Someone is able to keep up. I
Oh, I got it. I was just
thought
gonna
I
let
was
them
going to
flounder.
have to spell it out.
Take notes.
Technically, Brick can teleport too.
Can you?
With some help, and I like kind of wiggle my ring finger at her.
He's been upgrading himself.
The ladies love it.
Mm,
I mean, the lady sailors that I saved probably did.
till she
So,
got.
sorry. So do we hold hands, hug,
Yep.
then close?
You may hug each other if you wish, but so long as we are all touching, that is all that really truly matters here.
So I'm just gonna reach out with one finger and touch Brick's forehead. Oh no, I can't reach his forehead. Just pokes Brick.
I was like, what are you touching?
Oh.
There's nothing there.
So,
Great.
I will be taking us to the Etiko region of the Tepetl Mountains. Ah, yes, sorry. And she reaches back into her her satchel and pulls out another large piece of parchment. Let me find what I need here. Save to that.
D&D Beyond, you can do stuff as well.
She pulls out a map of the region to show to you.
Ew! Whoa!
Okay, one
What-
second.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at this here map. What's that little squiggly thing over there?
The embellishment below the legend?
Yeah. Is that a critter? Should we be
Artistic-
worried about that?
Artistic flourish.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like a awesome epic dragon that we have to murder and...
We don't need to
So-
upset any more dragons, please.
So wait, where are we going?
She points towards the top of the map, kind of in the middle. We are going here to the Etiko region. This is the base camp, and where I have spent most of my time, so they know me well enough. And this is where we will start our search.
Okay.
All right.
So, everyone join hands together. Once you are all touching, she begins to cast a spell. The ground and grass beneath you begins to swirl as a sigil appears as she begins to chant. And the wind picks up very locally. And in a brief moment, there's a tightness as all of you seem to be squeezed over every inch of your body all at once. And it's a little scary. It's way different from the gateway ring where you just sort of jump through. This feels like you're being pulled and pushed all at the same time. And in a brief moment, the hazy, cloudy sky vanishes. And it's suddenly bright, sunny, and fairly windy.
Out of curiosity,
Windy.
did she cast teleportation circle or teleportation?
Teleportation.
Or could I tell?
Make an Arcana
Okay.
check. As I've already blurted what it was.
Well, you didn't finish. 10.
10? You went poof poof,
Oh.
and you're somewhere else.
Did you look
Okay.
at your feet? Did you see a circle on the ground? Who knows?
So you all reappear, and you look around, and you heard and you'd seen the descriptions of the area, and you weren't expecting there to be a whole lot of space to stand on top of stuff. But this particular mountain spire you were on is relatively flat on the top, and you look to your left, to your right, you look all around, and you just see hundreds and hundreds of spires out in the distance. And anywhere where you can see the base, you just see water. Down at the base of these spires, there doesn't seem to be a single speck of ground where you can walk. Leading in between the individual mountain spires, you see rope bridges. Some of them disappear into heavy banks of fog. There's cloud cover that seems to be low. There's some that's high up. And every now and then you see a little floating speck just drifting along as if there's little ships sailing on the fog banks themselves. Some are small. There's one way out in the distance that looks to be a bit bigger than the rest. Down below where you can see the water crashing against the base of these spires, there are ships sailing around. And as you're
I hate this.
as you're taking in this sight, Gemini turns and seems to be heading towards the center of the area. And as you look and follow after her, she's leading you towards a very curious structure in the center of the island. There seems to be an entryway down at the bottom, and it's fairly pretty. It's a bit of a tower, and it seems to have a swirling sort of design that goes straight up. And at the top, you see, very similar to the Koyak Tower, or Skydock Tower in Chalco, there are 4 docks, one in each cardinal direction, and at one of them there's a small little skiff that seems to be docked there and just slowly bobbing in place as people offload and reload some sort of goods up at the top. I actually have a picture of that for you.
So we're literally standing underneath a compass rose.
Oh, that's cool looking. Bird.
More or less, I do believe that is the layout of the building, now that you mention it. So, we are currently in the Itiko region. Water elementals tend to be the more prevalent creatures here. We will stop by the main compound and introduce you to the Tepetl, the commander of the outpost. Let him know what we are doing here, that we have permission from Chimalli to be here, and so do you. And we will go from there.
Yes. This is a person that we should probably get along with and not sass.
Are
We're
you?
looking at.
She's completely ignoring you. Are you familiar, since we're going to be interacting with multiple different types of elementals, are you familiar with any of their weaknesses?
The weakness of the elementals,
Just based off of type. I mean, we've only encountered a fire one. That wasn't pleasant.
Very hot.
Didn't we sneak past that one?
No.
I've heard stories.
Do you
of ice
remember
elementals.
the portal that opened up in the middle of the cave that we were in?
Which cave? We've been in a lot of caves.
This was before we made it to the Nightly Kingdom.
Oh, right. No, I was thinking about the fire elemental that we dodged while we were still in the west.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
But yeah, I've only heard stories of ice elementals from my home. I don't know anything about these.
well, the water elementals, as far as I am aware, are fairly immune to poison. I do not believe they have many vulnerabilities, but
Okay.
the fire elementals will certainly be weaker to water.
Okay.
That is about as far as my knowledge goes. I admittedly have not been much further outside of the Itiko region.
Okay. I was just
Uh,
asking because I have the ability to use some of the elements against a creature, and I get to choose which element I want, so usually that helps.
Then we should introduce ourselves to every outpost that we meet to make sure that we have as much information from the locals as we can.
DM, out of curiosity, if I try to look back through my memory banks, does anything
Your
about elementals
Rolodex.
pop up? Yeah, my Rolodex.
Make a survival check.
Okay. Plus 0, 18.
18. What specifically are you looking to try to...
I'm trying to think. Okay, because he has a encyclopedia basically of magical knowledge. I'm just seeing if there's anything about elemental weaknesses in there.
You have more... As far as water and air elementals go, they don't so much have vulnerabilities like earth elementals and fire elementals would. Earth elementals, you are familiar with, have a vulnerability to thunder type damage, and fire elementals have an aversion to water. But with air and water, they're a little bit more amorphous and less affected by a specific type of damage.
I will relay this to the group.
Bill?
So it sounds like air and water just hit them hard and don't hit them with you said poison or acid for water.
Oh, also there, just in case we were to get separated for any reason, there is a particular spot here in the Itiko region that I would be very, very, very careful with. It is the Moquepa.
The what?
The Moquepa. It is a large whirlpool in between a circular formation of the spires. From my understanding, they have been researching it for generations, and there are rumors and legends that it has no bottom. Anyone that goes down is never seen again.
That's the spiral underwater tornado, right?
Right. And now I have a strange desire to try to find the bottom.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Brick.
Oh, that little swirly thing that says Mokaripa. Yeah.
Moquepa.
Mo Karibo.
Moquepa. I worked hard on these names. Pronounce them properly, damn it.
No, you're the DM. We have to find some way to get under your skin.
BAB, bitch. You're just adding more hit points to the boss monster tonight.
That's fine. Bring it on.
He can do it too.
I have 6 attacks. Bring it.
So Gemini brings you to the structure, and you see there's a fairly decent hustle and bustle about. Most of the people there seem to have a more militaristic garb to them, much like the solar blades that you had seen before, but they're not. They have a similar attire, but they're not wearing the radial sword pattern that the solar blades were, but they do seem a little bit more militaristic. They're walking in formations. There's very clearly higher ups and leaders to these individual groups of individuals. And as you get closer to the structure, you see a few of them kind of breaking their rigid formation to kind of look towards Gemini and kind of like lift their hand and wave, and then quickly go back so they don't get in trouble. She gives them a nod, continues walking on, and eventually you see a gentleman with very, very, very tan skin. He has silver plate on, adorned with jewels, sort of a pauldron. His midsection is open, a large metal belt, heavy greaves, and a very, very rich, deep green cloak, and a bit of the back of the collar has these feathers coming up. He's very ostentatious and seems to really like standing out. And he's kind of, it looks like he's walking with the aid of the warhammer that he has, but it's possible that just because of the length of the shaft of the weapon, that it's just easier to walk with it like a walking stick than actually needing it. I knew someone was going to giggle at that, and I'm really not surprised it was you. But he has this very, very smug look to him as he is walking towards you. And right beside him is a smaller girl who, by comparison, seems wild and very much not in the normal garb of the other military folk around. She has...
What do you mean by wild?
I will be happy to explain it to you.
Sorry.
She has this turquoise kind of hair, red feathers, and the kind of bun that's tied in the back. She has a very, very small cloak of red, sort of greenish leather that almost looks like leaves around her waist in a sort of skirt fashion, cloth straps around her chest. She's basically barefoot, but has cloth wraps around the arch of her feet, but leaving her toes and her heels exposed. And in her left hand, she has a dagger, and she is conversing with the other one. And as the 5 of you get closer, the gentleman looks up and goes, "Ah, Gemini, was not expecting to see you so soon. And you have friends."
Sup?
Greetings.
Hello, sir.
There's 1,
Oh, sorry.
and there's 2.
I think
Okay,
I wore
yeah.
it better.
Oh, so that's what you mean wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that other dude is definitely, yeah.
Gemini kind of gives a very differential kind of bow of her head. Where am I at here? She gives a dip of her head, Quetzal, it is good to see you again. May I introduce to you the Tempests? Tempests? This is the Tecatl of the Itiko region, the commander.
You said his name was Quetzal?
Quetzal. Quetzza.
Yes.
First try?
Fucking A. Doesn't happen often.
He goes, I do believe I have heard of you, Tempests. A rowdy bunch. Slayer of
Very much
monsters.
so.
Yeah.
True.
That about sums it up.
No, there's a lot more than that. Most of your
Yes.
stuff is probably negative.
What brings you to my region?
Preventing my death.
You kind of see him look at you, kind of lifts his nose, quirks an eyebrow, and goes, I'll admit I've not heard that one before. But, what is your purpose here, apart from... He kind of takes a moment, looks at you, looks at Gemini, looks back at you, kind of...
Hello, I am the first iteration.
No.
Five.
No.
I see. This begins to put pieces into place for me. Gemini eventually speaks up since Brick seems to be floundering and drowning in social norms. We are here twofold, to investigate the elemental disturbances and to see if we cannot find materials to fix my brother, who is slowly dying a painful, slow death.
Very painful.
Painfully embarrassing because I can't cast magic right sometimes.
And you see Gemini just get a pat if he goes, painful.
Just following pure instinct, Brick just like slaps her upside the back of the head.
I don't
Even
know that I
Zon's
deserve
like-
that.
You were mocking me,
I will remember this.
We always mock you.
and I try to
Okay,
hit you. You just dodge.
Well, yeah, you need to get better.
That's not very nice, Brick. We shouldn't hit people.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah. Unless they deserve it.
As the only one here with siblings, did you not punch your siblings?
Who, me?
Yes.
No.
You see Zon's ears droop. It's not my fault. You really don't have anyone else. What do you want from me?
No,
I mean, I don't either. So,
Yeah, neither does she. You're a butt.
I was not insulting you. I was just asking the other person who has siblings if they ever hit their other siblings.
No, they were all bigger and taller and bigger.
Did they?
Bigger.
Okay, sorry. I asked the wrong question. Did they hit you?
No, we're a family. Why would they?
that might be one of the defects that we can get fixed while we're here.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. My arm malfunctioned.
Rude.
Zon's ears are still drooped at this point.
Zon, make a perception check for me.
Sure. That was good. 24.
Okay, good to know. Don't make that face. You don't know what's happening.
I'm really
You're
confused. That's why I
you're
like this.
talking there, and Quetzal is kind of leaning on his staff, hand on his hip, kind of tapping his foot, just kind of waiting for the bickering to stop.
Sorry.
So, yeah, we are here for the cause, the elemental thing, and, guess that's about it.
Well, I cannot say that I am loath for the help. It does not put my men in danger, and it makes me look good. So, by all means, do your best to find out what is making these vile creatures attack my men.
So, question. I don't think I asked this yet. If we kill all of the elementals, is that bad?
You will not be able to kill them all.
Guys, this campaign just got longer.
Kasumi is
You
gonna
press
try.
the kill button.
Kasumi's gonna try, without being noticed by anyone, to just jab him in the rib. Zon with her finger.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Back tactics.
I wonder if the 20 she's gonna add to it goes on.
Plus, she can't roll below a 10.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So, 22.
And you didn't need to use reliable talent, correct?
That was reliable talent.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 3.
Thank goodness for reliable talent.
With all of your passive perceptions, you just see Zon kind of go, ah!
Are you okay?
I am fine.
Is it like a mosquito or something?
It's probably a big mosquito. They're always a pain in my ass.
Lunch.
The mosquitoes can be quite bad here in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But so long as you stay up high, they're usually not a problem. They do not like the wind.
Yes, it is probably true. So, wait. So there was Quetzal, but you said there was one other person. Is she standing with him? Is she... Oh, yeah, never mind.
As you make that mental connection, midway through, you saw just the briefest bit of movement out of the corner of your eye. And as you go to look, you weren't able to see what was there, and you look back, and the other figure's gone.
Wait. So the one that I was talking about is gone.
No, Quetzal's still there. The wild girl that was there is no longer there.
Mr. Commander, Sergeant, whatever.
If you wish to
Quetzal-
call me by my proper title in Aztlan, I am the Tepetl. If that is too difficult for your tongue, you may simply call me the Commander.
Ever use Commander to guess that one's...
I do understand that some people's tongues cannot handle our language. It is okay. I forgive you.
I appreciate the handicap. There was a girl over there. She's no longer there. Where did she go?
To knock? And he kind of looks to his side, and even he's just like... I was not done speaking with that girl.
What did she do?
Tenok is our Telistli. She is our scout. She goes out, she explores the area, reports back to me of anything that changes. And she was... And he kind of just looks around, leans back, raises his voice, giving me a report! But apparently her time is spent better elsewhere.
I mean, do you want me to yell really loudly to get her attention?
No, don't, no.
It is fine.
So, Mr. Chipotle Pretzel, what is...
That actually sounds really delicious. Like, imagine just a little Chipotle mayo, one of those big pretzels. Oh my god, dude.
Ah, yes, my title. It is both impressive and delicious.
Rada, rada, rada.
So, where exactly should we start looking for, some of this stuff?
So far as I'm concerned, you may look wherever you wish. However, do stay away from Okwepa. There is delicate research being done down there, and I would hate to have to do the paperwork if one of you were to fall into the maelstrom.
I have no interest in going anywhere close to it.
Wonder if I could send Mortar down there.
I would not suggest that. Even
He might survive, you don't know.
Even I know maelstroms are not to be trifled with, especially ones that people do not understand.
Like a dust devil, only wet.
I would
Put 'em in a
argue
barrel.
immensely more impressively destructive than a, what did you call it, a devil of dust?
How long has that maelstrom been there?
As far as anyone has ever known.
Okay, so it's not like a recent thing.
No.
Ah, thank
Okay.
God.
So far as my knowledge goes, it has been there since before even the Aztlan Empire was founded.
Okay.
I really want to see what's at the bottom.
No,
Look.
you don't.
Look, once we get you fixed and get you upgraded, then you can yeet yourself off the mountain and go find out.
We will install a propeller on your backside. Just a steering wheel.
Zon's
doesn't
sitting
need
on
it,
his
but
back,
it's
holding onto his little Triceratops horns.
totally not drowning.
Now I'm just thinking of Zon and Barbossa's place. You afraid to get? Oh no, that's not Barbossa. That's Davy Jones. You afraid to get wet?
So,
Considering that you are here under the orders of Chimalli, if you need anything, you may seek out Zana. He is our Tlanama, our quartermaster. He can get you materials that you may need, should you need it. Otherwise, I have other duties to do, so if you are done taking up my time, I wish you all good luck.
Thank you.
Good.
So, which way? And I turn a random direction, and I'm assuming a gust of wind just blows my frills in my face.
So, which way?
Gemini.
As you're asking this, since you were the one that asked, she pulls the map back out and kind of crouches down so that you can see it, Pez. And she points at the large island that you were currently on, the Itiko, and she points at all the islands to the west and southwest that seem to be a different shade. I believe we will start in this region here and look for a sizable water elemental while looking for the source of whatever is causing this. If we go too far to the east, we get into the Pakyotl area, and if I am being honest, that place scares me the most.
wait, what place scares you?
Pakyotl, and she points to the east and to the north, the lighter blue colored parts.
Any particular reason?
Yes, why? What is that? What does it scare you?
The spires there are taller, thinner, less places to stand. The wind that passes through from the north is very strong, carries air elementals with it. Many have been known to have accidentally been hit by an air elemental that is riding along the air currents, and they plummet to their doom in the water below.
We have to go there eventually for an air elemental, or
Yes. And I am not
fair
looking
enough.
forward to it. So far as I am concerned, we are tackling the easiest one first.
Question:
I may have answers?
will any air elemental do?
Not likely. It would need
So
to
at
be
least-
sizable to provide the power that is needed for. And she kind of taps at her chest. For the core, they need to be fairly large. This will be no
So,
simple
DM,
task.
So, DM, would this be classified as like a greater elemental or just an elemental? Like, would this be like a water elemental?
You do not know.
Ah. Yes, I do not know.
Yes, I have been stumped.
So,
Bully.
that scares you. I can't help but notice on this map, like Zon's leaning over this large lady's shoulder or whatever.
Well,
Is
she's
that
crouched
some
down for Pez's sake.
Yeah, leaning over her shoulder.
Okay,
That's the
yeah.
only reason I'd be able to lean over her shoulder. She is
Fair.
much taller than me.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time that you use brick as a step ladder, so.
There seems to be a tree on one of these islands.
Yes, there is a rumor, a creature or being known as the Silent Blossom. It is a well-known rumor around all the mountains that there is a watcher.
A watcher? Do they watch the elementals? Do they...
So far as I am aware, it is just the drunken, half-tired ramblings of people who say that they cite them. The Tenok girl that was here momentarily, she is, so far as I'm aware, she is who submits the most reports of seeing this supposed silent blossom, but it has never been verified.
I want to go there before we leave.
I can tell you I have been to the spires all around. I have seen no tree. But if you manage to see something, I can get us there. So, before we head out, this could take many days. Myself and Brick do not need much, so if you need more provisions than what you grabbed from your cart, this may be the time. As you can see on the map, any of these little hut shapes are general stations, campsites, drop-off points, places one may stay and use the materials there within reason.
Oh. That's that, folks. I mean, I think we have enough for a few days. Or at least I got enough for a few days.
Especially since we teleported here. Kind of saves the travel here.
Yes. It's multiple layers of trouble we have saved ourselves.
It is good incentive to make sure that I survive as well.
Do you have extra water?
To make sure that whatever we encounter does not end my existence.
Oh, okay. So, Gemini, where have you seen the water elementals?
To be fair, they are kind of everywhere. The further you get
So it
away
starts
from the
looking
outposts and the
around.
camps, you have more of a chance of running into them. But even then, we will certainly need to be sleeping in shifts.
Oh, that's fine.
Well,
So,
if we need to get the farthest away from the camps, and Brick points to the maps, to the islands closest to the tree symbol, I guess we need to make our way to these mountains, yes?
We certainly can. Let me... wait here. I think I see someone who owes me a favor. And she leaves the map with you, Pez, and walks off. You see her heading towards the far ledge of the spire that you're on, where someone is there by one of the little skiffs and is currently tossing some crates and some sacks of supplies off of it. Is there anything you all want to do while she's off?
I would like to extra radar mode just to see if I can maybe figure out what these watcher things are.
These watcher things?
The things, the tree things, the silent thingies.
The
Silent blossoms.
The silent blossom? It
Yes,
was a
silent
singular.
Oh, so this is a person that they're saying that they're encountering?
It
Sounds
the
like
way
it's a tree that pops up and then disappears, yeah?
Like a myth or a legend.
a myth, a legend, a cryptid, something along those lines. Like it's just one of those local legends that seems to go around the mountain area.
Yes,
And
I'll
like
look for one of
how-
those.
It's like how out in the west you have
Chupa thingy.
The
It's the
chupa-
chupa
yeah,
thingy,
The
right?
Chupa Libre.
The thing that eats
Yeah.
the chupa thingy.
Nacho Libre!
Hey, Griff, chupa thingy.
Chupa thingy!
How about that? I like it.
You-
It's got a ring to it.
You listen for a fair bit, and you realize that a lot of the workers here are speaking Aztlan. Very few of them seem to be speaking in the common tongue. So Brick is able to understand, but you have no idea what's being said. Gemini comes back shortly after, and you see the person that she was kind of talking to just kind of like has his hands on his hips and just shaking his head like, God damn it. But she has a big grin. She goes, I have just gained us passage on his return trip to drop us off at some of the further areas, so we do not have to walk.
radical.
We don't have to walk straight away.
What is up, Pez?
Nothing. I'm just saying, sweet, awesome, radical.
No, you said you had a question.
Tubular.
I had no question.
Okay.
I mean, I can ask a question. Do you want me to ask a question? I'll ask a question. Why are you so dumb? There. I asked a question.
Are you not going to answer it?
I was gonna say, you gonna answer him?
No, Zon's already contemplating evil things. It's okay. Don't worry about it later.
Stupefied.
Gemini kind of looks at you all for a moment. He's, good. Are we ready to go?
Yes, I am ready to go.
Mhm.
Okay.
When we get to the edge, I'm pushing Pez off.
I'll drag you with me.
I guess I'll follow. I'll be fine.
I'll walk up to the person, and in Aztlan, I'll like stick out a hand and like, greetings, thank you for helping us.
He kind of looks at you and kind of squints his eyes, but he takes your hand and goes, I owed her anyway. Come on, I've got quotas and schedules to keep. Get on board.
As we are walking, I'll keep talking. You seem to be familiar with Gemini. Do you have any stories to tell?
Are you also speaking in Aztlan?
Yeah.
She likes to blow things up, but she can still be very helpful. Kept me out of a bind.
Son's gonna lean over to Kasumi. I don't understand any of this.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Son's just gonna sit in the boat, cross arms, just like fucking hate everything.
I'm sure that Brick might have a book somewhere that might teach you translations.
Nope. Would you find an elemental and kill it with malicious? If it's extreme intensities, yeah.
See, you should be thanking me. I got you in the spirit for killing already.
Okay.
I'm tempted to summon an elemental now.
So I'm basically, though, as we're walking and talking, and he's having his hissy fit, I'm talking to this guy trying to get like some third party perspective on Gemini and like what he thinks about her, like ish, just trying to see what other people have observed.
He seems to be answering you in very short sentences, very monosyllabic. He seems to be trying to get his little skiff ready as you all are piling on and getting settled. He's basically told you everything at this point, that she can be fairly explosive, happy, curious to a fault, likes to ask questions, which he notes seems to be very reminiscent of you at the moment in time, and seems to be kind of hinting at the fact, like, I need to work and you're bothering me, kid, move on. Without saying those words exactly.
Yeah, when he says she's very inquisitive, it's like, well, she is my sister, and then I start getting hints like, oh, sorry, and I'll just go sit down.
The gentleman gets the skiff underway. Kasumi, you're not happy at first, but soon he kind of gets like the other skiffs and sort of is right over top of the cloud embankments, and it's a little bit more tolerable. It's like foggy water. You're able to convince yourself it's foggy water. We're not hundreds of feet up over crashing waves and sharp, pointy rocks at the bottom. We're fine.
Right? Do I notice the uncomfortable?
She is gripping the underside of the bench.
I will gently, like, kind of like put my arms like under your shoulders, and like reposition you to like where I've got like a hold on you. So to try to make you feel more secure.
So you're putting her in your lap?
Pretty much.
Their arms.
Man,
What?
you know,
What?
this trip is really nice. It's shames of 100 feet over crashing waves that could kill us at any moment.
Brick, there's one major problem with this plan that you have right now.
What?
You're heavy.
Yeah, but you can cast Featherfall.
If on me,
Would you like me to put you back down?
yes.
Okay, and I'll put her back in the seat.
Is there space? Like, I know this is kind of a boat, but is there space underneath the seat?
Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at, and yes.
Okay, fox form
Yep.
under the seat.
Yep. There's definitely
Hamburger.
enough room for that.
Hamburger's going to keep her company under there.
Okay, so
Zar's
as you're down
just
there
leaning.
quivering, Hamburger kind of comes up, nuzzles in, and just kind of like whole like banana neck just flops over the back of your head.
Zon's just leaning off the boat. Wow, we are really high up right now.
I could do it. I could do it right now.
Even
Nobody would know.
Gemini is kind of looking over the edge, much like you, and seems completely unfazed by the height. Just kind of observing. The man driving the skiff seems completely unperturbed.
So Gemini,
Hmm.
so are the waves down south really rough?
They can be. The further in you get, a little bit less so, as the currents are disrupted by more and more rocks. It gets a little bit more calm until you get down closer to, where's my thing? Until you get a little bit closer to Oeka, where there's a little bit more volcanic disruptions in the water. But even still, most of these sailors do not part directly against these spires for fear of a rogue wave coming and smashing it into the rocks.
That does make sense. When I park my boat next to the side of these mountains, this is very bad.
You could get away with it for a time, as far as it takes to unload, but I would not leave it anchored over the night.
Fair.
At least, and she kind of like, she seems very confident, and then she pauses, looks back at the man driving the skiff. Was that good? He's like, couldn't have said it better myself.
I didn't notice the difference. These airships are nice, but I miss my regular boats. The feel of the water, the crash of the waves.
Well, it is either that, or we ride chains down, take
No,
about
no, I-
twice as long to get there, and then have to be hoisted back up again.
Listen, sorry, I'm used to being on the water for long periods of time, and I have not been on the water for long periods of time.
We were just
literally
on the water for a long period of
month.
time.
Yeah.
Nah, not that part. That part doesn't count.
Is it
Also,
because
also
we were
bots.
being chased by a monster?
Oh, that part wasn't terrible. It was kind of spooky. Oh yeah, Gemini, if you're attacked by a giant octopus monster.
He knows.
Well, you won't have to worry about that up here.
Zon actually thinks about that for a second. I'm like, would it be able to climb a mountain?
Well, it did fall from the sky.
Yes, it is true. It did fall out of the sky.
I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of fun with you four.
Well, if you like to blow stuff up, we're definitely the four to follow around, because stuff will eventually blow up.
We all have different ways of doing it.
I may or may not have given Zon a Molotov as a pick-me-up.
I used that a while ago, though.
No, I'm talking about the one that Kasumi keeps getting on to you about, the one that you threw into the jail.
Oh yeah, the jails that you burned down.
You burned down. I only gave you the Molotov.
They burn down.
I started it, Brick finished it.
You just hear a little like yelp bark from underneath the seat.
Alright.
Stop sassing me. You're being mean.
So, about an hour goes by, and you've been sailing in a particular direction, and then the skiff driver makes a sudden, I say a sudden turn, but whereas he'd been going in one direction for most of the time, he then just turns and seems to be heading for a particular spire. And he kind of calls out, speaking in Aztlan, again, just kind of out of a habit, forgets that the three of you there can't understand, mainly speaking to Brick and Gemini. He points at it and says, I heard something funny was seen around in this region. Might be a good place to start.
Appreciated.
Really? What kind of funny? He just goes, Blokes what were hauling off me goods said something about this particular area had some odd elemental they ain't seen before.
Gemini. Something new to blow up.
You see the slightest little smirk as the corner of her mouth just like twitches ever so slightly. There's a make an insight check, Brick.
Okay. Yes, because Brick is so good at those.
We'll see. You've come this close to liking sawdust before.
That's true. Insight, which is a +0, so 5.
5.
Gemini doesn't like blowing stuff up at all. What you talking
No,
about?
no, she's a pure little angel.
Need to stop using that dice. That's
Although I'm not gonna lie, this whole time this conversation's been happening, Zon has no idea what they're saying, but he's literally just like as one person talks, his head goes between the two. hey, Gemini. Gemini.
Yes.
What were you guys talking about?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. I don't really get to talk in common too terribly much.
Speak of Brokasine.
I don't know that language. Was talking to the gentleman, and he says that he overheard the soldiers speaking of an odd elemental in this region. He's going to drop us off at that spire there, where we can start our search.
Target acquired.
He's the silent watcher.
What, Pez?
Target acquired.
Target acquired. Does anyone have a passive perception over 15?
Not under the bench.
I do.
not under the bench.
Okay. Zon and Pez, as you get closer to the island, you're kind of looking around, and you see there's a bird flying overhead that seems to be circling sort of like a vulture would.
Is it doing anything other than circling?
Just circling. It's high enough up there that it's hard to tell what type of bird it is, but it's doing that circling rotation that would seem to indicate that the bird of prey is something's dead or it's looking for something to hunt.
Firing bird.
Hey, Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
We should start there.
Where? And she follows your finger up and goes, oh. I suppose we can. There's, no time like the present. Well, thank you. We will take it from here. Good luck with your voyage. We will find our way back by foot.
Thank you for the transportation, Mr. Person guy.
Demok.
Thank
Not
you,
that I'll be
Mr.
seeing you lot again. And he, with holding on to the the cabin on the back of it, he reaches a leg out and shoves the skiff off the rock, and it kind of rocks away. He gets back into place and just begins smoothly sailing off.
What a lovely gentleman.
Kasumi, still in fox form, hops up and just like props her front paws up on Brick's leg.
I will pick her up and put her on my head.
Fox scarf.
No.
Oh, fox hat.
Full sploot
You're like-
over the noggin.
You're like in between the feathers.
Head between the horns, holding the horns with your little paws. Okay.
All right.
So, Gemini begins leading the way. The vegetation is fairly lush, being this high up. And the tops of the spires have a fair bit of ground to walk on. And after a bit of time, it's not as big and as open as the central spire had been. But this one kind of has some rises and dips, and you walk for a ways. What was your passive perceptions, you two?
16.
16 and 19.
Hmm?
Okay. You travel for 10, 20 minutes, moving through the brush, sometimes having to hack your way through some of the thicker parts of it. There seem to be signs of a trail, but it's either not used too terribly often that it starts to become overgrown, and once you hack away the leaves and the vegetation, you can see the kind of rutted footpath. Zon, you notice that circling bird is getting lower.
Something is afoot. Can I make out what the bird is? Is it some tropical bird?
Make either a perception check, make a survival check, actually.
9.
It has feathers.
That bird is getting lower.
Am I able to determine what it is now that it's getting lower?
Make a survival check for me, too.
I'll hand him the telescope.
Radical 9.
Never mind.
It has feathers.
I shall use the telescope.
No. It's
Damn.
too many checks have been done. It is a bird.
It's gone down below the trees. We can't see it anymore. So I will start walking faster.
To the point of getting... What's the marching order here, by the way? Kasumi's on Brick. Gemini is at the moment in the front, but if Zon is picking up the pace, you can take the lead if you like.
Yeah, sure. I don't give a shit. Nobody else
Okay.
wants to. Sounds curious.
Pez, where do you want to be? So at the moment, it's Zon, Gemini. Do you want to be in front, behind?
I'll take up the rear.
Oh, I was gonna. I'm sorry. I just said I would, but if you want to, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I'll be used sandwich.
Okay. So we've got Zon, Gemini, Pez, Brick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Zon, as you are making your way through the underbrush, what kind of a check do I want to subject you to? Make another survival check for me as you try to lead your party through the brush and not off a cliff edge or anything.
13 plus 5, 18.
18. You're fairly familiar with following tracks that are difficult. You've been in the north where the snow covers everything and it's much more difficult to follow tracks for long. This is child's play to you at this point. Zon leads you through for a fair ways, stopping to listen now and then. Lots of bird calls. Every now and then the slightest rustle of leaves. And eventually you see something in the distance, Zon.
Slow down. What do I see? With my eyes.
Make a perception check for me.
It's kind of low, but 17.
17. In the path a ways ahead of you is a fairly sizable boulder. Seems to be covered in moss, some vines hanging off of it.
Somebody showed Pez's eyes. Do I see, like, anything around the boulder, on top of the boulder? Do I see the bird that was circling earlier?
The bird is still there, and it's lower still with that roll that you had. It's lower than it was before. But the boulder that you see where the moss is doesn't seem right. Like it's not where it should be, where maybe the boulder had been rolled or pushed into the pathway. It's just something about it doesn't seem quite right.
Something doesn't seem quite right. Said
Really?
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You don't say.
The boulder seems off, if that makes any sense. Like it doesn't belong in that specific place?
Kasumi is going to hop down. And she is going to stealth forward to see if she can get a better look.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. Hey, there went the dice. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Disappeared
That-
from existence.
That boulder
Somehow,
doesn't know you're there.
as is tradition, the bright-ass white fox just vanishes into the dark green vegetation.
Well, she's iridescent. She's got other colors.
She's iridescent, which doesn't stand out even more.
Kasumi dips off into the brush and begins to approach the boulder. You assume she approaches the boulder. A minute goes by, and then you hear rustling and cracking of leaves and trees behind the three of you, and there's a heavy thump, as if something has landed behind you. And a voice
Kasumi
calls
or us?
out. Kasumi went off in front of you. You heard the sound behind you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were referring to Kasumi hearing it.
No, sorry. This is the three of you as Kasumi has gone forward, and you hear a voice from behind go, "Don't get any closer to it."
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to take a break. So we'll be back here in just a little bit to see what the hell happened. Don't go too far away.
Don't get any closer to it.
And we are back. So, last we left off
Back
just a few
again.
minutes ago, the Tempests, following Gemini, began their early searching through the Ithaca
Wait.
region to find these
Oh.
elementals of sorts. When Kasumi decided to stealth off into the underbrush, looking for towards this odd boulder that Zahn discovered. And as the little small white kitsune vanished into the green underbrush, crunching of leaves and branches and a heavy thud as someone or something landed behind and called out, "Don't get any closer to it."
I just got a
Hello,
timeout and
Issa.
I just got a timeout and say I asked about this earlier today. It's like, wasn't Issa gonna join us? And
You
I
should
also
know by
didn't-
now I am a fantastic liar.
I know.
Yeah, that was
And
also,
also-
very serendipitous timing.
I realized you had started talking to Hat and looked at the Twitch screen and go, wait a minute, Issa's still, and look over and went, oh.
That's fair.
So, Issa, would you please describe what everyone but Kasumi sees behind?
Okay, so you see this average height. She looks like an elf, but also not quite an elf. She's very plant-like in her appearance. She doesn't look completely natural. She has pink skin, unnatural pink skin, and floofy shoulder blade length hair that starts light pink and then towards the tips it goes to a darker pink, and she has slightly glowing pink eyes. It looks like the clothes that she has, she's either patched together herself or acquired from multiple different sources. And she is definitely what looks like just a wild child that lives out in the forest on her own.
Can I share the picture?
Yes.
Look at her.
Let's look over at Zahn. I think we found your watcher.
She's a fairy.
Why, who's the silent watcher?
I don't know, but you really shouldn't be getting next to that thing. I've never seen that before, and it's dangerous. You don't know what you're doing here.
What is it?
That's never stopped me from going anywhere before.
What I'm hearing is it's a trap. And the best way to set off a trap.
You're an
It's
idiot.
Kasumi!
Don't.
Wait,
Kasumi,
where's
are
Kasumi?
you still getting closer to it?
Hmm?
Okay. Well,
Where the
you
fuck did my dice go?
you had one hell of a stealth roll. No one's passive perception would let them know where you are. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get close enough to it to where maybe I can see if very distinct features. How many limbs does it have, if it has any? Does it have a face? Does it look like it could crush me with its foot? Like, she's just trying to get as much of a visual representation of what it is and what it's doing.
Okay.
And then she's going to report it back.
So you crawl ever closer to this boulder while you hear the voices behind a new voice, and your companions seem fairly unperturbed. There's no...
Oh no, Zon's swords are out.
Well, vocally speaking, since she's not looking, there's no real heightened aggression. There's no like, hey, we're getting attacked from behind. So you continue to creep forward, and as you kind of get through the last little bit of brush, you look up at this boulder, and it looks like a rock. There's nothing really protruding from it. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
How am I proficient in strength?
A 9.
You won that arm wrestling contest, remember?
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah. A 9?
Yeah.
You're not proficient in investigation?
No.
Okay, just checking. You're looking at it, and it seems like a rock.
Okay. She's gonna stealthily trot her way back to the group then.
Wait, you say you don't know what this is, but... Oh.
Go on.
No. I feel like this is important.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna do a thing real quick here.
What happened?
So you don't know what it is, but you say it's dangerous. Have you seen it move?
Always assume that something is dangerous in this place.
Funny you should say that. Kasumi.
Uh-huh.
There's a 26 hit.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Brick, no sooner do you say this than there is a loud rustling noise from where Kasumi had disappeared. Kasumi, you hear it as well, and you look behind you, and the rock that had been a rock has some sort of amorphousness to it lash out and slap the shit out of you from behind.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is... Okay, so that's 10. I need a lot of these. So 10 reduced
No,
to
you
5.
don't.
And that's another... 10 and 8, so 18. That's... So 5 points of bludgeoning and 9 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Does uncanny dodge... That doesn't negate being grappled. I don't think so.
Does it not? I thought it did.
Says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. Evasion, I don't think that does.
Okay, right. So, you all hear this loud yelp as Kasumi in her fox form is struck by something, and the amorphousness of the boulder wraps around you. You are grappled, which your movement is 0. Let's see, your speed is 0. You... The condition ends... Cool. So, yeah, you are grappled. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Roger that.
Chris just popping the sword. That's our cue.
Damn. Hi. Also, I love this calm and peaceful, bird-filled battle music. So beautiful.
I'm sorry, I'll change that here in a moment.
Combat hadn't started yet, Sassy McSasserton.
Also, I'm assuming we need to get up our combat system.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Oh,
Who the hell am I? I'm Pez.
you sure about that?
69% sure.
You sure about that?
Hopefully I'm not, a Ladron.
had Kasumi.
Back again.
We had. We'll do it like this. Put you there. Put you there. We've got.
Get my burger.
I'm
Why did I
remembering
say it
the
like that?
burger.
I had like a stroke saying that.
That did sound like it hurt a little bit.
It did. It yeah.
Okay.
Little good goo. What? I'm done.
Pez is done.
Pez is done. Bing, Pez is done. Let's get.
Would you like an apple pie with that?
Ooh, not that high.
That's a.
Oh. We're fighting Gene.
I asked her permission. I had another icon, but I thought this would be really fucking funny. So yeah, you're gonna be fighting Gene.
It is funny.
Is that a gelatinous cube?
Why did it not? There we go.
I assume it's supposed to be a water elemental that was slurped onto a rock.
Actually, no. This creature, despite the icon, is a very, very deep green.
Hey.
So when you said this thing amorphously around Kasumi, like we can still see Kasumi, or did Kasumi
Yes,
get like?
imagine just like a goopy. The rock facade is fading away, and you're just seeing this large green goop, and it just has kind of like a big tendril that's kind of wrapped around her, just keeping her from getting away.
Where's Brick at on the battle map?
Behind you.
You are?
Yeah, you read.
Right here.
Oh, here, let me refresh. Anyway, continue, please. I rolled a 26 for my initiative.
Okay, hold please.
Really? God damn it!
I've been rolling really high on all my
Oh, no.
initiatives for all my characters.
We tied,
Oh,
but I think your dex is probably gonna be higher than mine.
probably.
Okay. Well, speaking of, Brick, what'd you roll?
There you are. There's Brick.
I rolled a 16.
16. Cool. Good to know.
Useless.
Wow.
Damn.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Zon, you said you rolled a 26 as well.
Yes, I did.
Moriko.
13.
13. Kasumi.
A 19.
A 19. Cool. Once again, my shitty rolls have.
Rudy over.
How is that even possible? I need to re-roll that because that number is not physically possible to do.
How is that number not physically possible?
Well,
Do you
because
get a
somehow-
negative?
Yes, I did get a negative through this, so I'm gonna roll an actual dice. Oh, well, you know what? That might actually be why I got a negative.
Why?
Did you roll the same exact thing?
Probably has a negative for Dex.
I do, and I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, dead last.
Digitally, and fuck off.
With D&D Beyond, you can too roll negative.
That's very weird. Yeah. Pez, I'm gonna change your thing here real quick because you do have a better dexterity than Zon does, but it put you under him for some reason.
Confirmed.
So, yeah, start of the round. Pez, you're up. Zon, you're on
Minion
deck.
Master. Okay, so did I see where Kasumi got yeeted? Like, do I see a little white fluff in the grass?
Make a perception check because you were fully focused on this stranger that kind of came out of nowhere. And you just heard the yelp from behind. You can see the boulder kind of.
Will this
No, I
perception
will not
check
be doing
count
that
as?
again.
Will this count as my
Aw.
action or no?
Sorry, that was cocked. No.
Nope. Radical. Perception check.
Tubular.
I have to roll digitally 15.
15. With Kasumi no longer being able to really stealth, somehow the magic of her stealthiness, you see bits of white through the brush being kind of yoinked around a little bit.
She is right there. Where's my measuring stick? Oh, easy. I'm going to run over to her, take up a defensive position, and with my multi-tool still in shotgun mode, electric shotgun mode, well, thunder damage. I'm gonna take a pot shot at that there keyboard feature.
So,
Gemini.
the creature is large. Oh, you know what? I did
Okay.
forget to put Gemini down. Thank you, Brick.
You're welcome.
Do you need to use another hamburger?
He disappeared.
No.
Wait, why am I injured in this thing? What is my health at? There we go.
That's really interesting. I had a marker for her, and she's not there. Very strange. So, just so you are aware, the creature is large, and your shotgun is a cone. Where
Correct.
you are currently positioned, you would hit Kasumi as well.
There, bonus action pistol mode.
You could also
And-
just sort of reposition so the cone doesn't hit Kasumi as well.
Bonus action pistol mode, because that gets a lot more damage.
Just checking.
Kitchen.
So pistol thunder damage.
Okay.
3 shots per action. So do I need to roll 3 times to hit?
Yes, 3 individual shots.
Copy that. First one is a 20, not nat. Second one is a 20, not nat. The third one is a 15.
The first 3 do not hit. Or sorry, the first 2 do not hit. The third one does.
Wait.
So you pull out your pistol or
Uh-huh.
your weapon, you reconfigure it. The first 2 shots you fire off, and both of the magical pellets seem to strike the creature and shatter off of it. The third one maybe didn't have quite so much juice behind it, sinks in and discharges its electricity within it. So how much damage does that last one do?
I see how this works.
So fuck.
I was wondering when this. Yeah, I was wondering when he was gonna use this.
So 1d10 damage per shot. So I need to roll a d10. This has a 1d10 plus 6 for its regular damage, but I assume that plus 6 does not count. 2.
2 points of damage.
But it's thunder damage, right? So electric, boogie woogie woogie.
Boogie, boogie, boogie. So you see the shape kind of quiver just a little bit. Sorry, I was also multitasking trying to get Gemini in here because I'm super fucking smart and totally forgot that she was a person that was there. There we go. Okay, so that was your movement, action, and bonus. Is there any other movement you want to do?
Again, just taking up defensive position around the downed fox, trying to draw attention. Can Hamburger move, or would that also be technically a bonus action for?
Technically speaking, it should be a bonus action, but I love Hamburger, so he technically just kind of has his own turn after you.
Okay. The Bjerger is now it is water elemental, right? It's not a gelatinous
I have
cube.
no idea.
Okay. Then I am not going to do that because I don't know what it is. The Bjerger is going to take up a hiding position inside of this bush.
Okay, so Hamburger, he's hiding? Like you're telling him to hide?
Holding an action to pounce.
What's the trigger?
If that thing touches either of us.
Okay, pounce is an action that it has?
I could have sworn it was Hamburger, Pack Tactics, Raging Companion, Beastmaster, Multi-Attack, Black Claws. Nope, no pounce. So just
So
it's
attack if anything
regular.
gets close enough.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Next.
That brings us to Zahn. Kasumi, you're on deck.
Sword still kind of pointed at the newcomer. I don't know who you are, but I have more important things to deal with, I think. Someone's gonna turn around, assess everything. Fine.
Me.
Oh,
Why is
Call
it
lightning.
Oh,
we're all dead.
No, I'm gonna
He can
center.
aim it.
Thank
I
God
can-
he can
I'm
aim
gonna-
it.
I'm gonna back end of the slime to see what happens, and I need the slime to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And I need to get dice before I forget.
What does it need to succeed?
Stalling for time. 17.
17. It is going to use one of its legendary resistances to circumvent that. So it does succeed.
Okay. So 13, 18. So 24 have to 12.
And you negate lightning resistance, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is straight 12 damage.
And
Good,
immunities.
Good. Well, it doesn't negate immunities, it makes immunities resistances.
Yes.
Okay, is that it for your turn?
That'll be it for my turn. Yeah.
Okay, Kasumi, it is your turn. Brick, you're on deck. You are currently grappled by this creature.
So, she's in a little bit of a predicament, just a little bit.
A little bit of a pickle.
So she's gonna have to use her whole action to get back into the humanoid form.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's gonna bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
So we're gonna, let me go to the right browser. We're gonna Misty Step. Well, here-ish.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So,
Son
Moriko,
of a
as
clip.
you see the others of them turn around and seemingly unfazed by this weird creature that you were kind of scared of, just immediately just start like bang, 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 like what the fuck? The thing that it had grabbed gets really big and then appears beside you.
And if she has any like goo on her, she's just like shaking it off as she appears next to you. Like, what is that thing?
From your close proximity to it and the lightning strike that it hit, your tail fur and your hair kind of just slightly floating.
and I thought my hair was floofy.
She just glares at you. Like, or you. Anyways, that's her turn.
Well, you do still. Well, actually, no. You're grappled, so your movement was 0. Okay.
Mhm.
Then that brings us to Brick. Gemini is next. So Moriko, you are on deck.
He's gonna look over at Kasumi. He's like, "Oh, good." And then
There you are.
Wunderbar.
he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20 square up. He's gonna use.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. Stabs. Let's see. We'll try this one because gonna guess he hasn't put the. I'm gonna say he hasn't put it together. 18 plus a lot, so I'm guessing that's not gonna hit.
That does not hit you. Brick comes charging in, just like, I know what to do. And you go and you swing, and your sword just clang.
Oh, it's the energy sword. So
Still, either way, there's some vibration.
Ow.
Like you feel it in your wrist, and you're like,
okay, let's try that again. Nope, that's. I'm gonna switch this dice out with maybe something that'll roll lower.
what? Oh, okay, I see.
Because once again, just brick just.
It really feels like you were trying to hit the rock that it once looked like it was a minute ago.
That's better. Plus, maybe not. 16?
16 hits.
Okay, so he's gonna like take a step back and then just kind of slowly punch at it with the sword.
You try to measure your strike this time to not hit quite so hard, and your sword actually makes purchase, and you feel it sort of shaking around your blade as you stab into it, and the energy of the blade kind of just starts to sizzle and slice through the material that's there. Roll damage.
Okay, how much is it? Okay. Ah, sweet. Full damage. 12 points of piercing.
Nice. Yeah. Sorry, you said 12?
Yeah, 12 points of piercing.
Cool. Very cool.
That's my 3 attacks.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a. Let's see. Do I have anything bonusy? Not at the moment. So at the moment.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That brings us to Gemini. Pardon me as I pull up another sheet here. Bum 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 bum. Gemini is going to start walking backwards, but before she gets out of range, she's gonna cast haste on you, Brick.
Favoritism.
Nepotism.
Hold on. Rollsies. I need rollsies from you and Pez.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Roll 1d20.
1d20.
Mhm.
Digitally. 20.
Pez, you have haste.
Oh, yeah, I'm vibrating.
You bitch!
And
You just had to win.
Like that hoodwink squirrel.
yeah, just everything slow motion. Bang, bang, bang. And she is going
I
to...
prefer the one from
5,
Hoodwinked where it's like, and they record him and he
sorry, I was
slows it
thinking over
down.
the hedge, yeah.
No, that one's good too, but I just
Yeah.
personally prefer Hoodwinked where they record him and have to slow it down.
Yeah. So Gemini is going to cast haste on you, Pez, and she's going to back away over towards you, Moriko. But that is going to be her turn. So, Moriko, it is your turn. Pez, you're on deck. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Frostbite on it.
Ooh. Okay. That is a...
It's a Constitution saving throw.
What does it need to succeed?
19.
19?
Yeah.
Druid, man.
God damn.
Well, it is going to use another one of its legendary resistances to succeed.
Not allowed.
So, roll your damage.
Okay, on a... Okay, so it's just half.
Yeah, it's just half the damage.
Half of 9.
And that's cold damage?
Do.
What was the spell again that you used? The
Frostbite, it is cold. Sorry, my brain just like short-circuited a
No,
second.
It's all good. It has been a long day.
Haha.
So, half of 9, it would reduce it down to 4. Okay. Cool. Movement or bonus action?
I'm going heck. Move myself You cannot take this action while the game is currently paused.
What?
Okay. Move there.
That was weird.
Kind of body block and protect the fluff.
The static fluff. Oh, look,
Yeah.
Look at the stretch. Okay,
Oh.
that brings us to the ooze.
The Oobleck.
Brings us to the dungeon.
Okay. So it is going to use its slime breath.
Excuse me?
What now?
Which is
It's gonna sneeze on you.
I'm allergic.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a cone. Oh, the burger. No.
Okay, I need Brick, Pez, Hamburger, Zahn, and Moriko to make dexterity saving throws, please.
+3.
As is 18.
5.
Pez
15.
Was 18 you said?
Yes.
Okay, 15, got it. Zahn?
16 plus 3 is 19.
19.
And if that fails, I have an
Hamburger?
13.
13.
This isn't
okay.
happen to be poison, is it?
So, Brick and Hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Don't you kill my hamburger.
Well, Pez, you're already close to it, so you don't get pulled in, but Hamburger does.
Hold in. I hate this.
Yeah. Hamburger gets pulled in towards it.
He's the worst.
Moriko, Zahn, and Brick. You guys
Wait.
stay put, even though you're already there. However,
Are we fighting Kirby?
woof.
That's a lot of dice.
So that's Hamburger and Brick. You both take 28 points of acid damage. Zahn, Moriko, and Pez, you take 14 points of acid damage.
For that?
Fine.
Hamburger is not fine.
I would like to use a reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Oh.
Good idea. I'm gonna do that too.
What level is that, Brick?
I'm gonna try casting it at 2nd level.
Oh god. Don't have performance issues.
It goes off. Damn it.
Yay! How does that work again? Thank you for reminding me. I have that.
So, as Pez and Brick get up close and start hacking away and shooting at it, Zahn calls down lightning. Moriko, you shoot your
28, right?
your frost beam towards it. The creature seems to sort of suck in on itself and expels hundreds of slimy tendrils out towards all of you in a 30-foot cone. With Hamburger and Brick not being able to avoid it. Pez is small and he just kind of like and dodges all of it. The rest of you either block it with your weapons or slap them aside or just happen to duck perfectly. Any of them that attach, even some of the brush and the leaves and some of the twigs get sucked the 30 feet back towards it, right into its range. That brings us back to... Oh. Let me check something real quick there. Okay, no, disregard. So, yeah, it's top of the round. Pez, you're up. Zahn, you're on deck.
It is my turn.
My turn.
Do. So, wow, Pez can do a shit ton of stuff.
Shocking.
What does haste do to me?
If you take you basically get a second action. So
Okay.
you could use one of your actions to disengage and another action to attack, or you can use one of your actions to dash and another to disengage, or any combination of actionable abilities. You
Or
can
to
attack
attack.
twice.
So bonus action,
Oh, sorry.
Hunter's Mark.
And your
Yes.
movement speed is doubled.
Radical. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Haven't
Okay.
used that in a hot minute.
Let me...
Who'd have thunk I was still a ranger?
Somewhere deep down inside.
I am going to use my 2 actions to what is sure. One's gonna be Thunder Wave with one hand. That is a con save for you.
Okay, let me roll some
Con
dice
save
here.
15.
That is going to be a 16.
So it succeeds.
Yes.
On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder and is pushed back 10 feet. Wait, on a failed save, you still get pushed back? Wow.
No, if I fail, it takes the damage and gets pushed back. If it succeeds, it takes half damage.
On a failed save, the creature... Okay, so you still take 2d8 half damage. Okay.
Correct.
I meant to roll 2 of them. Well, 1 plus 1. No, 1 plus 4. 5. 5 lightning damage.
Okay.
And then Pez is going to do another little shooty shoot with the multi-tool, so 3 weapon attacks. Those are, apologies, it's taking forever. 1d10. Again, I am unprepared, don't have physical dice. Rolling all 3 at the same time, so I shouldn't have done that. 2 plus 10, a 9 plus 10, and a 3 plus 10. So 12, 13, and 19 to hit.
Okay, so you fire off 3 shots again. None of them seem to hit. One of them looks like it might kind of... Wait, you said 19?
Yes.
Okay, no, that doesn't hit. The first 2 seem to kind of like get sucked in, slow down, and get slowly pushed back out. The other one just ricochets off like it hits something solid and metal almost.
I have double movement. Heck it, I'm gonna stay here. But Hamburger is going to try to skedaddle.
Okay, it is going to
Because
take an
he
attack of
is
opportunity.
hurt. Okay.
Oh.
Let's see, that is a dirty 20.
Hits.
Okay,
Fuck.
that will be 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's still alive.
And let's see, it's 11 points of acid damage.
He's down.
He is also grappled now.
Lorp.
Insult to freaking injury.
Actually, Brick, you're grappled too, aren't you?
Am I?
No, you're not. You just got hit by the breath. Disregard. It was Kasumi that was grappled, and she got the fuck out of dodge.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. That is it. All I can do. Pez will be in a rage.
Okay. That brings
You
us.
hurt my burger.
That brings us to Zahn with Kasumi on deck.
So I'm seeing it yanking stuff closer. It's like, I'm saying right. Right, yeah. Yeah, but right here, I mean, no. Game, come on. Yeet. Is that okay?
I forgot to do something, but that's on me. So we're moving on.
Oh, okay. And I will repeat Call Lightning. I need to make another deck saving throw.
Okay.
It just does damage.
That's a natural 20.
Stop rolling high.
No.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, you slut.
Thank you. That was actually really good damage.
A natural 20 down to a 2.
Down to a 2.
Oh no! I mean, oh
Points
yes.
off the 0.
Thank you,
Who you
Kasumi.
get an advantage to?
Yeah,
Because
who's
I rolled
getting
a
advantage?
10.
I'm gonna give advantage to Brick.
Yay! Thank you.
Damage, please, sir.
10, 8 plus 8 is 16, 26, plus 7 is 33 points of lightning. Yeah, I
Jesus.
rolled really well with that. Thank you, Kasumi, sorry. I
That
was like, oh!
Hey, I haven't used it in a while. Okay.
To be fair, she is correct. She has not.
Okay. Anything else for your turn, sir?
Nope.
Okay.
As long as it's gonna stay right there.
It is going to use one of its legendary actions
Oh,
to make an attack against Pez with one of its pseudopods.
I am speed. Fast as fuck,
What?
boy.
Haste gives you an increase your AC, doesn't it?
Does it?
Does it? I don't think it does.
It's a +2 to your AC.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll
Yeah,
take
and
that.
You also have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Oh, sweet.
Here, you know what? I'm just going to copy pasta this to you, Pez, so I don't have to keep referring to it because I'm, scrub and I have too much going on in my brain.
Busy.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
There's your haste spell.
Cool.
So, does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Sweet.
My new AC is 18.
Damn.
Just to help you.
Okay, so that will be 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Woo.
Ouch.
That is
Still doing good.
14 points of acid damage.
Ouch. Not
Um,
doing good.
Let's see. And you are grappled.
Cool.
So your movement speed is 0.
Bonus action porcupine.
Okay. With that legendary action out of the way, that brings us to Kasumi. It is your turn. Brick, you're on deck.
Okay. So this little bush thing here to the bottom right of my icon, is that something that I could hide in if I laid flat on the ground?
Make a stealth check.
Okay. So I would like to bonus action hide.
Which at this point is probably just gonna fucking succeed.
That's an 18.
Yeah, you're hitting.
wait.
Okay.
I thought the lowest you could go was like
Oh,
a 20
actually,
something.
no, never mind. 22. I forgot.
Yeah, you're still
I forgot.
you're hidden. You're good. You're fine.
Okay.
Where'd you move again? Just right in here?
Yeah, it's like in between the spots. Like she's gonna hide in that little bush that's like there in the corner. Like right.
That's
There
me
it
in
is.
the
Oh,
corner.
okay, got it.
Like,
Understood.
yeah.
Sorry.
So she didn't go very far.
Okay.
She like
Right.
splooted on the ground.
Okay.
And she's gonna cast Chromatic Orb. And she's gonna do cold damage
Okay.
on
You
the jelly
are,
thing.
You are hidden, so you will get advantage on this roll.
Okay. And first level, by the way. First level.
Okay.
Okay. The first one is a 21
21.
and a 22.
Unfortunately, neither of those land. As you send the chromatic orb towards it, the impact of the icy sphere hits it and shatters off the surface of its somehow hard yet gelatinous body.
Okay. That is her turn.
What do
It is going to use
Stupid cube.
Stupid cute.
It is going to use its last legendary action to
Forever. It's last one. Forever.
to crush
No more.
Pez.
Why?
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as it has already grappled you.
Not a dexterity saving throw?
No, it's Constitution.
You sure?
I'm pretty
18.
sure. 18 just succeeds.
Hell yeah.
So you take half damage, which is 5 points of force damage. 5 points of force damage as the tentacle begins to solidify and just constrict you in its grasp. So,
Crunchy.
Brick, it is your turn. Rico, you are on deck.
So I'm gonna use, seeing how hard it is to control my hits, Brick is going to use Mind Sliver, the cantrip, on it. It needs to make an intelligence saving throw. Let's see how intelligent this thing is.
Does it have a
God, I
brain?
hope not.
Hey, Rico, as I do this, can you do the slippery thoughts? You said intelligence?
Yeah.
Oof, ouch. That's going to be a 12.
So it's gonna take the full 3d6.
It's 3D.
9 points of psychic damage. Mid-roll.
Decent headache.
Decent headache. It's gonna subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw before the end of my next turn. And DM, would Brick know if he pushes something, would that break grapple, or whatever is grappled would probably go with it? Or would he, we are about to fuck around and find out. Don't know if there's a rule for this in 5e.
There. Make an intelligence check for me real quick.
22.
22. How far would the push/pull?
5 feet.
5 feet. Judging by how far you've seen the tendrils go, good in theory, but you probably wouldn't be pushing it far enough away.
Hey. In that case, I'm just gonna strike it with my bonus action with War Magic.
Okay.
Slap it.
Snap it.
One time I didn't want this.
Mhm.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Unfortunately, that does not hit.
What?
It's so
Something
cruel.
that always succeeds doesn't succeed. Gotta roll natural ones, baby. Roll that
So
natural one.
Cruel.
It's brilliant, I think is what you meant to say.
Yeah, because, I mean, advantage isn't gonna help here.
Well, you had to use advantage on your next attack, and you did an area of effect that they had to do a save, so
Oh,
How
okay.
does that
I thought
work?
it was just... Okay, I
It
thought
doesn't.
the advantage was just the next time I could use it.
no,
Oh.
it's not Bardic Inspiration, so it's
Gotcha.
your next
to know.
attack.
Good to know. So yeah, that does absolutely nothing. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright. That's gonna bring us to Gemini. And, oops. Let's see. What can she do? What can she do?
Fireball!
Actually. No.
Damn!
I cast napalm.
I did that's comparable to trees. Well, I said I cast fireball.
How far away is she? She's gonna cast Aid on you, Pez, at 3rd level. So you get 10 hit points back.
Nice.
Does that drop concentration on the speed or haste?
It's not concentration.
Oh, okay.
Haste is concentration. Aid is not.
Okay.
So you were still hasted. She's gonna just keep her distance there. She just from the brush just saw you get walloped and just. Poof. That brings us to Moriko. Pez, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do, madam?
Is Pez still grappled?
Yes, Pez is still grappled.
Okay. She is going to pull out her short bow and make an attack.
Okay.
Hopefully the misbehaving dice keeps misbehaving. 17.
It misbehaved.
17 hits.
Oh. Okay. And then when I did the absorb elements, that adds to the damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. I did it at 3rd level when I used it. I forgot to say that.
I'll believe you. It's a new character. There are gonna be some learning curves.
Yes.
I believe.
So it's extra 3d6 damage to my damage.
Roll the bow damage for me first.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay, good.
1d6 plus 2. Six bow
6
damage.
points of damage. Okay. And the returned acid damage.
12.
12. Okay. So Moriko just takes a moment to line up the shot. Pez is kind of getting flopped around by the tentacle, and you wait for the perfect moment for him to be off to one side. The arrow goes just sailing in just perfectly at the right speed that it's able to sink in, and just you see a little bit of a fizzle as the acid starts to do some work, and then it gets neutralized by itself. But you dealt some damage. Damage is damage.
Damage is damage.
Damage.
Anything else you would like to do? Movement or a bonus action?
No.
Okay. It is the ooze's turn.
No.
It gets its breath back. But do I
No,
want
it
to do
doesn't.
that? I don't think I want to do that.
No, you don't want to kill.
It's going to make a tentacle attack against Brick.
look, it's scary.
Does a 22 hit?
No.
No. Fuck. Okay. Again. 26.
Damn. Wait. Shield.
Fuck.
Well, let's see if it works.
Oh yeah. What level? First. First. Yeah, it goes off.
Just the force field comes up. Ah!
You see it coming in slow motion. And you're like, I got this. Shield. It flickers. You're like, oh god. And then it comes into full force. You're like, yes. A roller coaster of emotions. All right, so that unfortunately is its turn. Yay. That brings us back to the top of the round with Pez. Start of the round, since you are grappled, you take 10 acid damage. And I need Hamburger to make a death saving throw, but he automatically fails one as well from taking the acid damage.
What do I roll for
D20.
that? Just a flat D20? No plus or minus?
Correct.
Come on, Bjerger. Nope, that's a fail. That's a 2.
2. Hamburger has 2 failed death saves.
Okay, so Pez still hasted.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to cast Aid on the Bjerger.
Okay.
So he is up by 5.
Okay.
Run, tiny demon thing.
Which means he doesn't have to do any more death saving throws. But that is one burned action from the Peasanator. If I can get to Hamburger's health here, because I am using D&D Beyond to assist with that. Plot changes. Okay, his second action, he's grappled, like restrained, kind of. Can he still move his arms?
Your movement is 0. That's all.
Okay.
You cannot move.
Can I use my Jacob's the Sharp melee dagger gun thing to like stab into the tentacle, and when I release, use the dead man switch to shoot?
Good question. Let me take a look at that. I forgot.
I haven't used that in a while. Because normally with that weapon,
So I see what you're getting at, but I'll need you to roll for an attack. I need you to roll an attack.
using the sharp.
Yes.
17.
17 does hit, so I will allow it.
Okay, so it'll be 1d8 plus 4 piercing, but I'm also seeing plus 1d12. So damage is 1d4 plus 4, and
so the 1d12 is if it were shot.
right.
The 1d4 is because you were stabbing it. You're using it as a knife.
So I'm just doing the 1d4 plus 4.
Yes.
Okay. Where the hell is that?
Because
that will be
the bullet feature is only used when it is thrown.
Okay. So 3 plus 4 is 7.
All right. 7 damage.
And does that help with the grapple? Like, do I slice a tentacle to where it pops off? Or?
You do stab into the tentacle, but it's still there.
Okay. Hamburger is, since he was restrained, he's no longer restrained, right? Since he's back up.
Grappled.
Oh, he's still grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can Hamburger take a bite, and can he do all of his attacks?
Yeah. He can certainly try.
So Hamburger, I need to see this. It is a d20 plus 4 for a bite attack. So 19 plus 4, so 23 for a bite attack.
Hamburger wakes up and you say, "Get him!" And he goes to bite down, but his teeth clamp on and get no purchase. It's that kind of grating sound of sharpness on something that's just not bending like it should, and it's just like.
I hate that. His claw attacks is a 13 plus 4, so 17. I assume that does not. Oh, it does. So claws are going to be doing a 1d4 plus 2 slashing damage. That is a 3 plus 2, so 5 slashing.
Okay. Alrighty. Does that do it for your turn?
That is it for the bonus actions. Wait. I do have bonus actions. I could be a dick and spawn my Eldritch Cannon, but nah. Wait. Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns is used when you make a ranged attack.
That's right. You're right. Okay. Then no. I'm done.
Okay. at the end of your turn, it is going to use both of its legendary actions to feed
On who?
those that are grappled by it. So you and Hamburger.
Sweet.
Those are not the dice I need. That would be way too much. Alright, that is going to be 12 points of acid damage each.
Hamburger's back down again. You said 12. All right.
Okay. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. As the tentacles grip around you and the acid begins to eat away at Hamburger and yourself, you see, or Brick, you're able to see it because you're close enough, but you see that whatever is being dissolved from your companions seems to be going up through the tentacles and into the body of the ooze. And it seems to be a little bit less damaged than it was before. Okay. So that brings us to Zahn with Kasumi on deck.
Zahn's just knocking on clouds. He's going to continue call lightning, but he's going to do
Knocking on clouds before.
channel divinity on it, so it's just going to straight do max damage. So it's 40 lightning damage. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Probably.
It's not fine.
Oh,
Well, actually,
Zots.
no. It's going to use its last legendary resistance.
To
Succeed.
so you take 20.
Cool. Ow.
And then I do have a question for you guys. So I did not cast the spell. The spell was cast 2 turns ago. I'm just concentrating on it.
Correct.
Can I cast a bonus action spell?
So long as
Yeah.
the spell is not concentration.
No. It's not.
Yeah, because if you use your action
Oh.
to bring the lightning down.
That's using your
that's-
action to continue the spell. So I don't.
It just
I'll
says
allow
to
it.
repeat.
It's a bonus action.
I will cast Mass Healing Word. So, how many
Okay.
people? Hamburger, Brick, Pez. Issa, help me out.
Moriko?
Yes, Mariko. Sorry, Kasumi. I think, and me too. Why not? I think we're the only ones that are taking damage. So, all of us are going to take 1d4 plus 5 healing. And what is d4?
Now, do
What's
you roll it or
right?
do we roll it?
No, I roll it and you take that. So 3 plus 5, so everybody takes 8 healing damage points.
Hamburger's back up again.
Healing damage.
You can't
We shall
escape it
never
in this
escape.
campaign.
Nope.
So, yes. And
Okay.
now his turn will be over.
No movement, staying put.
Fuck, no, I'm not getting close to that thing.
I'm just checking, man. You've done.
Do you want to
weirder
get
things
closer to
before.
thinking if you roll really high,
I
you
didn't
can't
say
hit?
get closer. I said, do you want to move? That is a huge difference.
Fine. Man.
Kasumi, it's your turn. Brick, you're on deck.
So, Kasumi, kind of in a huffing, puffing fit, stands up from her prone position from hiding. It's just like, God, is it so hard to hit this giant thing? And she goes to shoot another chromatic orb. Not hiding. She's just gonna try to shoot it at first level again. Cold damage.
Okay.
Roll 1. Roll 1.
That's a dirty 20.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. Again, your
Ah!
icicle ball
Kasumi
goes...
rages.
It's like I'm rolling so good. What the fuck?
My aim is on point today.
Is there anything
Nailing
you would like to
nailing
do?
those spell
Anything
shots.
else?
No.
Okay.
That lose it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Brick, it's your
God.
turn. Moriko, you're on deck. Okay.
Switch
Everyone-
the goddamn dice.
Everyone
So-
multi-classed into barbarian.
The feathered wonder is still unconscious again, right?
No, he's up
No,
again
he's
with
up
the
again.
He's up again?
mass healing word that Zahn just used.
Yeah. Oh wait, did I?
Okay.
Spell
I was gonna say, did you mark that off?
yes, now I did. I did
Okay.
it.
Hamburger's gonna need therapy after this.
There's gonna be some PTSD. He's gonna see Snail and lose his fucking mind.
Life, death,
Jesus.
life, death, life, death.
It's literally fucking Jesus for Family Guy. Hi!
Okay, I'm getting really tired of this. Boom. Rick, what you doing, buddy?
I can't believe I'm burning my accent surge on this. I'm gonna grab Pez first,
Howdy.
and I'm gonna yank him out of the pseudopod.
Okay. Make a strength check for me.
Roll to yank.
Or actually, no. If you're using your action to pull him out, I'll say it just. Could you use your action to break a grapple? So yeah, I'll allow
Yeah,
that.
I just yank him out.
Yeah.
I grab him by the arms, yank him out, and then turn around, grab just a handful of feathers and burger, and just for my accent surge, just and that is, stop healing it, and I push them both behind me, and then
stop healing it. Okay.
And then
yeah, fuck it, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to push it 5 feet away, or at least try. It needs to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay.
And I don't know if it succeeded on any saving throws because I completely forgot my D4 hindrance to it. But oh well.
It did fail.
auto-passed
No,
it.
it
He's a
super
dick.
failed it. With your, I counted your -4. That one that
Okay.
he failed was a -2. So yes, it uses legendary resistance.
Cool. Just wanted to be sure.
Just checking.
Just
Uh,
checking.
Strength save, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's not ideal.
10.
10.
No, it gets shoved 5 feet away. Back
5 feet.
Fire demon.
5 feet.
Okay.
I'm trying to push it towards the cliff.
Okay.
And then
We
I
need
will.
its
My
innards.
last thing, just to make sure it's focused on me, I'm gonna step right to its face, like, eyes on me. No, none of these.
Focus. Focus. Look at me.
Focus. Focus.
Anything else, sir?
That's it. That's my turn.
Okay, it's going to use one of its legendary actions to slap you.
Yeah.
13.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Carry on.
It slaps me. I slap it away. Just.
You hear from behind. Brother, this is payback. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I didn't ask how big the room was.
I didn't ask how close you were to the creature. You're by yourself.
Put the
Oh, no.
fireball behind it.
Well,
It failed.
I too failed, but I'm gonna use absorb elements at second level. Let's see if I
What'd you roll?
rolled a 9.
Yeah, you fail.
I too failed.
I don't know that I have enough d6.
Well, hold on. Let's see. Does absorb elements go off?
Oh, looking for the
Second level.
Low-key hope it doesn't.
no, it goes off, unfortunately.
Okay, good.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Damn, there are more
unfortunately.
D6s in the closet behind you. Go get more.
I'm good.
I got my whole packet of D6s.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see. 10.
I think that's the first time I've actually used all the charges from the Arcanist gauntlets in a while.
That is 26 points of lightning damage, or fire damage. as
26.
26 points of fire damage.
So half to 13. And then and then if I hit it with a melee, I can use fire damage next turn. Cool.
Okay. Those of you that just saw a massive eruption, you look back to see Gemini with a finger pointed and just this little smirk on her face. She doesn't seem very concerned about Brick at the moment.
Considering some of you see the fire like start to coalesce and then into his sword, which is now licking flame, he's not really bothered.
At the end of Gemini's turn, it's going to use its last legendary action to try to hit Brick again. Natural 20.
Bring it on. Ah.
So pretty barbs.
You slut! It's not a natural 20, but it was a 19, so 26.
Shield.
Didn't you just use your reaction?
You already used your reaction.
Oh shit!
Yes!
The DM's like, finally!
It's not a crit.
It's not a
not a
crit. I
crit.
appreciate you.
It's not
And
a
Bjorger
crit.
can cast Silvery Barbs.
No.
No.
I can take
That
a
is
feet
going to be
cast it.
7 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 10 points of acid damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
Brick, you have advantage
Brick has
on your
advantage.
next. So you have advantage, which actually I just double checked. It's advantage on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
So,
the
but
next
it's
D20
whatever
that
you
you
do
roll.
next. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm just looking back at Gemini like, you got another one?
Moriko, if you would, Pej, you're on deck.
I would like to cast Tidal Wave at 3rd level.
Oh,
Okay. Let me,
didn't know we were playing with a Blastoise.
Oh wait, I have to
so-
be right up on it, don't I? Wait, I can cast it at any distance.
No. You have 120 feet to cast this bitch.
Okay, just
But
making
it
sure,
is-
just checking.
It is 30 feet long.
It can be up to 30 feet long.
Correct.
You just see a single slice of a tidal wave.
Okay, and it needs to make a dex save,
Yes.
which it is shown it is famously not very good at. Oh no. Well, that's a 5.
It failed.
Oh, you sure? Can you check again?
Yeah,
Can you go look in the back?
Boys.
pretty sure.
Dude, I just see a tidal wave come up over the side of the mountain and go like, oh, not again.
No, I aimed it to where it would only hit the creek.
Okay. Roll for damage.
I need another D8.
Oh, how many do you need?
4.
Oh shit. Okay. What's damage?
It's only 12.
Only 12.
Okay. So Brick, as it grabs hold of you again and it starts to constrict around you, you hear the sound of rushing water and you go, oh no. As this wave, I'm assuming you kind of did it in a like a bleh direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just go bleh.
Okay.
And it's
Bleh.
also knocked prone.
Well,
What does that even mean?
Unfortunately, it is immune to being knocked prone. But
Okay.
what you do
An
see
attempt
as-
was made.
An attempt was definitely made. There's not really. Its body doesn't really have the capability of being prone. It's just a. Ugh.
It doesn't have a butt
It doesn't have
to
a
fall
butt.
on.
But what you do see is this wave comes up from below somehow, just reaches impossibly high up this spire, coils around for a moment, and much like the little flask you use on Peanut all the time, it just gushes forward and just seems to take a fair chunk out of the back of this oozing creature that's holding onto you, Brick, and it looks really small right now, as more and more of it is just getting chunked off and thrown this way and that way with explosions, lightning, fucking tidal wave. You're fucking trying to make the goddamn Avatar here. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Thunderbolted
Movements?
lightning. Very, very, very.
I do not think I have any bonus actions that aren't spells that I kind of want to do right now. So
Okay.
no.
Okay, that brings us to the ooze. And the ooze has its breath weapon back.
I
Hello.
am in the
Hello.
way.
I need... Let's see, actually.
I think I'm out of range now.
Can I?
Nope.
No.
Don't aim for the burger.
Well,
You're aiming for the burger.
I am aiming for the burger. So I need Hamburger, Pez, and Brick to make dexterity saving throws. Pez, because of haste, you have advantage.
Copy that. Dex save.
Why?
At advantage.
You have
Ooh.
advantage, Zeke.
Yeah, you have advantage.
advantage. Thank you, Kasumi.
You're welcome.
I saw that face. I'm like, roll advantage.
Pez rolled 2 5s in a row. That really fucking hurt my wrist. For a 13 for Pez's dex.
13
Somebody second.
fails.
Somehow.
And
Not really, I fucked it up.
Bjerger got a 15 for his dex.
15 is a success. Brick?
I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
Aw, Puddin.
God.
I get to hurt
fucking
you.
Damn it.
No.
That's not terrible. That's actually really bad. That's 18 points of acid damage.
That's really bad. Yeah.
So 18 points of acid damage to the people who failed, and that's going to be 9 points of acid damage to Hamburger.
Well, would you look at that? Dead. Again.
And you are all slorped back in.
Rick just looks to both sides of it. Oh, come on.
Okay. That is its action. Pez, it is your turn. Zon, you're on deck.
Pez is not doing good. He is, he's not doing good. How's the blob looking?
It's small. Compared to the boulder size it was before, whatever you're doing is taking its toll on it. Big time.
I'm still hasted, right?
You are still hasted. Gemini has maintained her concentration.
Um,
I should actually check. How many turns does that last for? It lasts for forever.
and
lasts
still
for a minute.
still the
It lasts
spell
for a minute.
ends.
You're fine. Yeah, you're still
Um,
tweaked out of your fucking mind right now.
So, aid on the Bjerger. He's back up to 10. Poor guy.
Life, death, life, death, life, death, life, death.
That is all my 3rd level spells. So I'm going to cast, what's the difference between Thunderwave and Shatter? They're both
Shatter,
pretty-
you can.
Thunderwave does like a 2x3 kind of block,
Mhm.
and it has shove back. Shatter is a save on the creature that just sort of explodes around it with it's like a big bang, like a flashbang.
Let's do Shatter.
Okay. Where is
So-
that centered? Because it's like 10 feet.
Yes, I'm centering it like right here on its booty hole.
Well, you'll be able to position it so it won't damage the creature. What's the save that it needs to do?
It needs to do a Con 15.
That's a 9.
Sweet, you take full damage of, that would be 3 Delta 8.
Mm-hmm.
11. 11 points of shatter damage.
How do you want to do this?
I just like center it in the center of the cube and just make it blow up.
Depth charge. So
Yes,
as
depth
you
charge.
get pulled back in, you're just like leave Hamburger alone. Womp. And you know the roach in Men in Black?
Oh, ugh.
Oh.
It's everywhere. It's not. For funsies, Moriko, Kasumi, and Zan, make dexterity saving throws.
Gladly. Can I
really-
use evasion? It was a nat 20
18.
anyways.
Sumi's
Moriko,
like,
what'd you
fuck
get?
no.
19.
19, Zan.
18 plus 4.
18. The three of you are fine. You're far enough away. Brick, Hamburger, and Pez, you're sticky.
Splash zone.
Yep.
Here we-
You're in the splash zone. Okay.
Put on your ponchos. You're in the splash zone.
Name of the episode.
Splash zone? Oh, Jesus. Let me turn that down real quick. Okay.
Brick's just gonna shakes the fire off of his sword. Well, everyone
What
okay?
was that worthless sack pile of mucus?
A creature that lives here.
That's normal.
Mariko, make a survival check for me.
Ooh,
That or history, your choice.
survival.
Okay.
Honestly, I get
I'm
the feeling
proficient.
with these mountains, nothing is normal.
10.
10. You have never seen a creature like this before. You've seen elementals in your time, you've seen the occasional slime and ooze, but nothing that's been able to just shrug off physical attacks like this one was.
Also,
It's new,
who is this?
but
Yeah, Zahn walks back towards the group. His sword is pointed at Mariko again.
Wait, okay. Why are you pointing your sword at her?
There's also a giant lightning storm cloud above everybody's head still. That's not going away. Why am I
Okay.
pointing a sword at somebody who just popped out when we were attacked, regardless of if they helped or not?
Okay,
I
what's
thought
going
people
on?
usually said thank you to those that helped them.
While I appreciate the help, that does not change my current position.
I could have left you guys to die to that, whatever it was.
I appreciate you not doing that.
See, at least she has manners.
But also, where did you come from? Up? Can you
Yeah.
fly?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can if I want to.
okay.
Hi, my name is Brick. What's yours?
People call me Moriko, Silent Blossom. I like Moriko better. Sounds like an actual name.
I turn to Gemini. This your silent watcher?
Gemini shrugs. It would appear so. I've never seen this creature.
Cool.
Okay.
My
We appreciate the help.
Why are you here?
We're gonna be getting into more fights. Probably a lot more difficult fights. So,
We are here to investigate why the elementals are more aggressive than they have been in the past.
also to get a few elemental cores while we're at it.
And not die.
Why do you want elemental cores?
Oh, to keep me from dying.
yeah, he kind of needs it. It's like his source of power. So, if he doesn't have him, he will cease to exist.
Interesting.
Zahn is having a existential crisis. I was like, just go do something. We're telling her everything!
Have you seen any other weird rock-shaped things? Because that definitely looked like a rock that didn't move earlier.
I mean, the only reason why I knew that something bad might happen is because I didn't recognize it being there because I usually come through here, but
Okay.
it was new. I don't like new.
So you're pretty familiar with this area.
I've been here for a very long time, yes.
So you can tell us where the elementals are.
Yeah. Don't know why I would want to, though.
Well, this is
Well-
great! She looks at
Well, you said you don't like new in your area. We are new and in your area. So the quicker we find our information and get our cores, and the quicker we leave, and we'll be out of your hair. Would you be willing to help us so that we can leave you in your peace quicker?
To be honest, I also want to find out why the elementals have been very aggressive. Usually they don't mess with me, and they can be kind of nice to me, as nice as they can be. But I want to find out what's going on.
Are you going to be okay with possibly, most definitely killing a few of them?
If they attack me first.
Okay. That checks out.
I think we can work with that.
As long as you can also point out strange and suspicious rocks that might try to eat us and myrtleize my burger 20 times, that would be fantastic, because that was not fun. He's not
Is he still
having a good
unconscious?
time. No, he's alive. He's
He's kind of like licking and preening himself at the moment. He's kind of like getting underneath the armpit feathers. Just kind of like, you see him kind of come up with a big glob. He's like,
It doesn't taste great. It's mixed with my blood. I can feel it in my body. I'm dying.
he is 1%
I'm in
ooze
pain.
now.
I just also, whatever that thing was, I hated it. I hated it because I felt like I was doing a really good job today, and I was aiming super well, and I didn't hit once.
I mean, my guns were useless.
I even hit and I tried to hit it and it didn't work. That always works sometimes.
Performance issues happens to the best of us.
1 in 5.
Okay, I
Brooke is
like
usually
her.
the one with performance issues in our group.
Oi!
God,
Is she
I like
wrong?
her.
I'm sorry you had to hear that, Gemini.
That's the whole
Yeah.
reason why we're here.
yeah, you are a walking performance issue.
I'll admit, you guys are the most amusing group I've ever met through here.
It's like I'm being ganged up on and I don't like it.
This is gonna be a really hard time.
You kind
keeping
of
his
see,
composure.
you see Gemini kind of come step up beside you, Moriko, and she goes, "I would agree with that sentiment as well." Hi, I am Gemini.
Moriko, I like your design.
Well, thank you. I like your pink. I may
Thank you.
have to. And she kind of like looks at her arm where she kind of drew or painted on some of her blue, and she goes, "I may need to try pink instead."
Question. Is there a close spot here that is a good spot for resting, even if it's for a short while?
At this point in time, it's not even midday yet.
Yeah, I know.
Just blanket statement.
Would Moriko know of a little, just like secluded area, just to like sit a second and not be
Very much so.
okay?
You start to step away, and then you pause for a moment and think, they can't fly.
Shit.
Okay. You're trying to map out like the bridges, and you're like, this way. You are able to travel. It's 30, 45 minutes or so before you find a place. Kasumi, you hate this trek. These rope bridges, they sway with the wind. They sway very heavily when brick moves.
I will wait until you cross to the other side.
Thank you.
Brick, I'm looking down. Peasants on, you don't have a whole lot of weight to make it move that much.
Don's walking on the ropes on the side of the bridge, holding his arms out, keeping
yeah.
balance.
Moriko, this doesn't bother you at all. I mean, if you fell, you have ways to make it so you're not falling. So this is just a normal fucking Wednesday for you kind of deal. So you lead this group of weird individuals along, and you find a nice little, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost a glade.
Outcrop.
It's a very, very small glade. There's a small pool of water that seems to be trickling down from up above, and it runs out off the side. There's enough trees for overhead cover, but not enough clutter on the ground to really impede you from sitting down and properly resting.
So, I'm gonna do something very uncharacteristically Pez, and take a shower. I'm sticky.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end the stream, because that's fucking... No.
All right, I think the ooze has fused with Pez. We need to put him down.
Has anyone ever heard of a doppelganger?
Have you?
Kasumi is gonna full starfish into the ground.
Fox form or
Just-
Kasumi form?
Because just humanoid form,
Okay.
arms stretched out, tails split on either side, just staring up at the sky. I would like to take a short rest if anyone is interested.
Yes, please.
Okay. Brick's gonna, either during the travel or when they get to the glade and start settling down, Brick's gonna walk over to Gemini and kind of like shoulder bumper. Good shot.
Yes, I must say, it is very different doing this with a group rather than by myself. It's far less stressful.
Well, sometimes.
Most of the time.
You have more people to keep you from dying, but now you gotta keep them alive, as you saw earlier.
Pez, of course, haste has unfortunately ended on you, so you're back to your normal speed.
Am I not lethargic?
Let's see, don't you get a point of exhaustion for when
You're
happens?
lethargic,
Yeah,
typically.
I mean, it's been... let me check. It's been a minute since I've used the haste spell. I do not wish to lie to you.
When the spell ends, the target can't move
Yeah.
or take an action until after its next turn as a wave of lethargy sleeps over them. Sweeps.
So, as you
Potato
were
frenzy.
talking about the slime and Hamburger was still chewing and you were figuring out if there was going to be a safe spot, that's when the spell ended. You wouldn't have even been on a bridge or anything at the point in time because it only lasts for a minute. So nothing negative occurred.
We're just
Barbarian
walking-
Frenzy is the one that gives you exhaustion.
Ah, thank you.
Well, I think one of the haste potions might give you exhaustion as well. I could be wrong with that.
Gotcha.
I'll have to look into it. But regardless, that's not the case here, so moving on.
Moving on.
I forgot where we were at. Was someone saying something or asking something?
Brick was complimenting Gemini on her
Oh,
aim.
Right. I had a feeling you'd be able to take the hit. You looked
Yeah.
hale.
Didn't bother me any. I was quite proud of you.
Well, we shall rest here until everyone has caught their breath and we can carry on. I'm going to go have a little look-see. I won't be gone long. She
All right.
gets up and takes her time kind of looking at the trees, kind of looking at the rock, just seems overly curious and inquisitive. Does anyone have anything that they want to do during this short rest?
Roll some hit dice.
Rest.
Okay, if there's any hit dice that anyone that you would like to roll, now would be the time.
All of
but
them.
Also, with that, that is where we're going to end for tonight. So, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for joining us, Issa and Moriko. I'm super excited to see how this ends up going along. Yeah, she will be with us for the foreseeable future.
Hoorah!
So, any other questions, comments, concerns before we end for the night?
No.
Okay. So, with that being said, join us in the Discord. Links can be found down below and in the chat if you're watching us live. We will try to keep you posted as soon as we know anything about what's going to be happening next week. If we're going to be streaming, rescheduling, or if we're going to unfortunately have to skip. Because, I mean, it's middle of the holidays. It's right before New Year's. I totally understand if no one really has a time for it. Shit happens. Also, if you just want to hang out and play games with us, that's a great place to do it. If you just want to lurk, pop into voice chat with us, whatever you want to do, we welcome anyone and everyone. So with that being said, if there's nothing else, have a great Christmas if you are watching us live. If you're listening to us after the fact, hope you had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't be stupid. Stay home if you're drinking, or have a DD or Uber or whatever you need to do. We want to see you come back.
Yeah.
Well,
As long as you do all those things, you can be stupid. Just don't be really stupid.
Yes, don't be stupid to the point where you're going to hurt yourself and other people. That's no bueno. That's not what we want to see. But yeah, have a great weekend. We'll see you the next time you go live. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.